And yeah, I had to tell them like, hey, this is what I want. And then when I did that, then I'm like, oh, I can actually kind of see now. So actually, I wasn't even gonna wear a hat because I actually got a haircut yesterday. So my hair's not looking bad, right? And I was gonna do it, but literally, like without the glasses or the hat, I felt like live naked. I did. I it just felt wrong. Like I have to have one or the other. Right. So I was just gonna go on, no, I was just gonna go on like this, right? I was just gonna go on like this. You know? No glasses, no hat, just freaking out here wilding. But no, I can't do that. I can't do that. We gotta have a little something, right? We gotta have a little something. Gotta have a little something here. No disguise. Yeah, we gotta have some disguise up in here. How's everybody doing? Yes, I got contacts in. Yeah, I'm feeling okay. I'm just a little late today. I try to delay Ari by about an hour. So if she gets on late, I usually end up getting on late. Depends on when I get off of work and all that other stuff too. So it's just a whole thing. Oh, I know I forgot something. Oh well, I got those in there. I'll be fine. So I'm getting on a little late today. It's okay. I'd got done eating some dinner. I had some Chipotle. And I was sitting there listening to freaking Sleep Theory. I don't know if you guys ever listened to them before. But you know, they're I'm not. You love Sleep Theory? Okay, cool. All right, cool. If you will know who Sleep Theory is, that's good. If I was gonna be up here like only knowing who Sleep Theory was, I was gonna feel awkward. Wouldn't just and not even trying to be a jerk or try to be a dick or whatever. Never. If I had not seen Sleep Theory like on a live video. Well, don't confuse with Sleep Token. Because everyone loves to talk about Sleep Token lately. Well, Sleep Token is like Gen Z Tool. That's what I call him. Sleep Theory is a whole other band. And you could have. I would have put a lot of money on the lead singer of Sleep Theory being white. Yeah, I would have put so much money on it, but you know, hey. Kels, I saw Bad Omens a few months ago. 2 months ago? 2 months ago? Yeah, I just saw Bad Omens a couple months ago. I've never seen Spirit Box. My daughter really wants to go see them. So I'm going to plan that. She's actually going to her first concert with her mom on later this year, and that is for she's going to see My Chemical Romance. So that should be a good show for her. Max's PayPal. Yeah, I have all my pay links in my link tree in my bio. So if you guys would like to support that way, that's great. Yeah. Honestly, and like Bad Omens was great. I will tell you, a 4-day concert, which I'm too old to do, by the way. I did a 4-day concert. I am too old. Okay? Just being straight up. I am way too old to do a 4-day concert. The bands that I liked the best were not the bands that I was that excited about. Well, except for one. I got to see Incubus. That was... Angie, thank you so much. Incubus was amazing. Just absolutely amazing. That was a bucket list band for me. But Bless the Fall put on an amazing show. And Pierce the Veil put on an amazing show. They were really good. I was like super impressed. Yeah, no, absolutely. I also think that like I think it's just me, and I'm only gonna talk. Well, we'll get into politics in a second, but I do have to mention this thing. I do think it is me at this point because the week that I had tickets to go see the Amity Affliction, they kicked their singer out, right? And then literally like 3 weeks later, I Prevail was playing at that same show, and they literally fired their singer like 2 days before the show started. I don't know how. Like, it must have been me because literally it was like 4 days before I saw Amity Affliction and like 2 days before I saw I Prevail, they fired their singers. Wild. Anyways, let's get this thing going. Yes, I saw Kels. Yes, and it is all my fault, Heather. All right, let's get this thing started. Let's get this thing going. Really appreciate you guys all coming out, being here today. Really appreciate you guys. All right, we're going to start by let's bring up the backup account over here. We got to get that thing started. Yeah, we'll talk music later. That's interesting. Sorry, I'll put that chat up there for a second. Which don't know how that one hits, but I will take the compliment. All right, I don't see it, but I'll take it. Y'all, as you guys are coming in, if you guys are on the TikTok side, please double tap that screen. If you guys are on the YouTube side, please hit that like button and subscribe button. We're going to get this thing going, get this thing moving, get some people in here, have some conversations, have some debate, have some banter. This is what we do on this live. We have conversations with people that do not feel the same way as me. Okay, so if you are not a Trump supporter, please don't call in. There's one exception. That's Dave the Train Guy. And he knows not to call in at the beginning. I don't know if you're here or not, Dave. But the only exception to my rule is Dave the Train Guy. Dave the Train Guy does get to give me one sanity break after about an hour in. I did see that, Luna. So Dave the Train Guy is the only exception. Besides that, if you didn't vote for Trump, don't come in. I just end up hanging up on you anyway. And it just takes longer for us to get into a real conversation, which is really what this thing is about. Okay? And so that's why we're here. All right, to have those types of conversations. Wow, what is going on with my YouTube chat rate? All right, anyways. Besides that, in just a minute or so, we're going to open up these phone lines, get this thing moving. Thank you guys so much for being out here, for being a part of the live tonight. We do this every single day except for Thursday. So make sure that you guys are tuned in, subscribed, liked, followed, all the fun stuff. Okay, we do this every day but Thursday, 2 to 3 hours a day, all at night because I work, y'all work. We do this later in the evening, right? So make sure you guys are here and you guys are hanging out. It's really fun. We have a good time. Whether you support Trump, don't support Trump, whether you're on my side, whether you're on the other person's side, regardless, we have a lot of fun here. And I think that's what's really important, is we have a lot of fun here. All right, regardless. All right, so make sure you're here for it. All right, well, let's start by getting the headset on. All right. Now I feel ready for the live. All right. So if you are a Trump supporter, there's two ways you can get a hold of me. If you're on the TikTok side, you can hit the multi-guest request button. And I will, and we'll be able to answer that way. The other way is to call the number that's above my head. Call the number that's above my head. I will answer it and we'll have a conversation. Just to give you fair warning, there's a lot of people that call into this show. All right. And it's just me up here. I don't have like a call waiting service. There's no secretary in the background. All right. So I answer the phone and I can only do one at a time. So when you're like, oh, it's a fake call, I can't get through. No, you can't get through because I'm the only one here. And yep, that's it. Sorry, I know all that George Soros money and DNC money that you guys keep telling me I'm getting just hasn't quite hit yet. All right. All that George Soros and DNC money that you guys keep telling me I'm getting, that check just won't clear, so I can't hire my secretary yet. All right. Maybe another time. All right. All right. Let's open up these phone lines, get this thing started. Really appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. I see some chats in the YouTube side. That is the lowest chat rate I think I have ever had. That is wild. Come in, leave a comment, say hi. I don't know what is going on right now with that with my YouTube chat. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Oh, also be 18. Thank you. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Awesome. How old are you?
So I just wanted to start with.
How old are
I'm
you?
Sorry about. I'm not old enough, but look.
Hello, how are you? Hello? Hi, how old are you?
I'm 35 years old.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do support Trump
Awesome. Why is that?
because I support when he rapes all those little kids. I'm a pedophile too.
All right. Well, that's just strange, sir. I wonder if these people like have parents that love them. You ever wonder that? It's Tuesday. Give us a break. No. That was pretty simple. Oh, well, that's all the callers we had so far. That's okay. We'll get some people in. Sometimes it takes a little second to start. That's okay. Yes, that was an adult. Hello, how are you?
Hello, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
Me, I'm 19 years old.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
No, I don't. And before you say anything, I know you said only the David Train guy can say something, bro. But listen, I was in the chat yesterday. I gave you a good call before you start everything. I said, love you, man. Support your content. We'll always love you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Don't let anybody's guys bring you down, man.
They won't. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. He did call yesterday. I do remember that. That was a very nice comment. I do remember that guy. Oh, hello? Oh, they're gone. Can I believe that Ghislaine Maxwell will be the one to release the Epstein files? No, it does not. Guys, I don't know how anybody was like thinking they were going to vote for Trump to get the Epstein files as well. Hello.
I'm about to rape it.
Hello. 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 No, are you not there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Hi, how old are you?
I am 28.
You sure about that?
Yeah, born in 1996, September 2nd.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, I voted for him the first time, 2016, and the second time over here as well. So I'm wondering why you guys are doing what you're doing.
Because I want to know why you support Trump, which is why I asked you.
Yes. Well, as an American man, I believe in small and large businesses, corporations, and, making that money. But hey, there's more to life than money, right?
Yeah, like human rights.
Why? Oh, why do I support Trump? Oh, as far as policies. Yeah. So,
Thank you so
his
much, Brian. I
policies,
appreciate
right?
you, man. By the way, Brian, I saw you last night. You freaking have lowered those panel numbers and you were kicking ass. Really good shit, dude. I watched you for a while. Good stuff.
Yeah. Human rights is cool.
What are you talking about? Are you okay, man?
Sorry, no. I'm just out here listening to your podcast and on the phone at the same time. You would not believe the lag.
Nope, that lag is on purpose. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So do you have anything to actually say, or
Pardon?
do you have anything to actually say? No? All right. I don't know what we're doing over here. I have no idea what's going on. I think that he thought he had to listen to me through the YouTube. Like you could just listen to me on the phone. Hello?
I hate niggers.
All right, dude. Yeah, I don't know if he was just like listening to the YouTube or what he was doing. That was very confusing. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, well,
Hi, how old are you?
March 20, 25.
What?
I'm 25.
Okay, do you support Trump?
Oh, hell no, bro. I'm just calling you just to say I love your shit.
Thank you. Do not call if you don't support Trump. Hello, how are you today?
Hello, how are you?
Good. Hello, how are you? It's okay. The kids leave after a while. They're just kind of boring right now. Hello, how are you?
How you doing?
Doing well. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Awesome. Do you support Trump? You say yes? Hello? All right. Hello?
Trump all the way, baby.
Awesome. So oh. The one Trump supporter we get, he just yells Trump and then runs away. All right. It's not a rough night, guys. It starts like this sometimes. It's no big deal. We'll actually get in a conversation with real people. It just takes a second sometimes. Sometimes these children that don't have parents, you know, they have to get through a little bit. Hello.
Hello. Here, charge it up.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. Yeah. It's just weird. Hello, how are you?
Doing well. How are you, sir?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 34.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I support.
Was that a yes?
Yeah.
All right. Why do you support Trump?
Does that support drinking dog semen?
All right, dude.
Yeah. 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 I'm gonna suck that dog's dick. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Can you please tell me like you don't get bitches without telling me you don't get bitches? Because if this is what your night is like consistent of, playing really bad jokes on a live, then like you're like not. But that's okay. I can just hang up on all the freaking YouTube people, and since people want to freaking, you know, not act right, that's fine. We'll just go on to somebody on TikTok. I try to give YouTube priority, but it's all good. I can just stop doing that too. Hello, how are you?
Yo,
Hi, how old are you?
I see you still at it. You know how old I am.
I do not. How old are you?
37.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Still do. Yep.
Still do. Do I know who you are?
I don't know if you know who I am or not.
Well, then why are you talking to me like I know who you are?
You got short-term memory loss or something?
Nope. Just don't know who you are.
Don't worry about it. I guess you don't. Hey, well, anyway, how about
Why
Trump
would
for
I know who you
president?
are?
How about Trump? I don't want to talk about me. I don't
Well,
want
I
to
do
center
now. Why
myself.
would I know who you are?
This is about Donald Trump, right?
No, now it's about you. And since you wanted to make it about you, why would I know who you
No,
are?
I did not, sir.
Last
I did
chance. Why do I know? Should I know who you are?
What are you talking about?
I'm going to be talking about something else with somebody completely different if you can't answer the question.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
All right. Well, then have a good day, okay? Do. I don't know who that guy is. It's just weird. Just want to know. It's a simple question. If you're going to say I have short-term memory loss, like I'm supposed to know who you are, then at least explain to me why I know who you are. I'm sorry. you don't mean enough to me, I guess. All right, that's okay. We'll just get into some other fun stuff today. If the callers want to be horrible, if they get too bad, I'll just shut off for a while. Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, it's storming. Uh-oh. Yeah, I guess his Fifi's got hurt. That happens. I understand. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
29.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I support the deportations, but other than that, no.
What deportations?
But in that, just the mass deportations.
There is no mass deportations.
Well, I support it in general. I mean,
Why
the
would you support?
deportations, everything.
Why would you support
Well, I
mass
mean-
deportations?
Okay, so of illegals specifically, yeah. But I support that because I feel that, well, I think that everyone should legally enter the country. If it's difficult, if it's a difficult process, you know, life happens, things happen, I get it. But you still have to go through the legal paperwork, and I mean, the left has tried to get refugees to, you know, have a simpler process, and I know that's still a work in progress, but you still have to come here legally. You can't just come here illegally and
But that's not what I'm
Being
asking
accounted
you,
for.
sir. But that's not what I'm asking you,
Uh-huh.
sir. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm not asking you should people come here legally. Of course people should come here legally. That's
Mhm.
not what I asked you.
But that's why I support it. That's why I
Yeah,
support
but those two things aren't we can put in different provisions to make sure that people come here legally, right?
Right.
But what mass deportations do is they don't do that, right? What they actually do is they disrupt communities. They are insanely expensive, right? They don't freaking, they punish the American citizen as far as financially and economically much more than they punish any, migrant, right? Not to mention that they,
Right.
disrupt communities. They rip families apart from each other. They do all of this sort of stuff for what's, really just a misdemeanor, right? The equivalent to the same as jaywalking, right? So I can agree with you that people should come here legally. That's not an issue for me. But right now we currently have estimated 11.6 or 11.7 million people and undocumented immigrants in this country that have come here over the last 50 years. Okay.
Right.
So
Sure.
So
But
we have this
what
11.6 so far. If my numbers are still correct, Donald Trump currently in his first 6 months isn't even at 250,000. Okay.
Oh, I don't think he's doing a good job.
No, but I'm just saying
I
that's
just
less than
support-
Biden last
Mhm.
year.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So why, there's a big difference between stopping people from coming here illegally and trying to get rid of all the people that are here, because one of those has almost, very little effect on America, and the other one has huge effects.
Oh yeah. But for me, I support the deportation of illegal immigrants. 100%.
Again, why, sir?
It doesn't benefit a lot of people. It's a negative detriment to the U.S. citizens. And in America, we have a problem. We have an identity problem where we bring people in from other countries, and these people have no idea what America's about at all, the history. And we tell people they're American citizens to accept basically an identity that they don't even belong to, essentially.
Well,
Right?
yes, sir.
So
You know
we
who
have an
else?
American.
You know who else didn't have that American identity?
Who?
Every single person that's in this country that's not Native American. Okay. At one point during their history in the United States, they were immigrants. You were immigrants. I was an immigrant, right? My
I don't
family
consider
was
myself an
immigrants.
immigrant.
What?
I don't consider myself an immigrant.
You can not consider yourself
I
whatever
get
you
you.
want to. You can, sir. You considering it doesn't really mean anything. Okay. I'm telling you
Yeah,
that.
but
Are
you're
you a Native
saying-
American?
I mean, 1%. I wouldn't
So no.
count
The
that,
answer
but
is no. You're not an American citizen. Okay.
I'm not an
so-
immigrant, though.
Oh, then how are you not an immigrant?
Okay, are white people immigrants?
Yes.
Are black people immigrants?
Forced, but yes.
Okay, so if you're a black American and a white American, and you have a kid, is that kid an immigrant?
No.
Okay.
Well,
I'm not an immigrant.
are you talking under Donald Trump's administration or no? Because Donald Trump is trying
Well,
to
I
say
just mean,
that no, you're not a citizen. Regardless of that, sir, you still came from immigrants, so you'd be considered first generation, right? And your family is still immigrants. I'm not saying that you're an immigrant. I'm saying that you came from immigrants. Okay, your whole existence in this country is from immigration,
Mhm.
right? And the people
Originally, yeah.
the people that were back in your history, right, of your genealogy, right, that
Uh-huh.
immigrated here. Well, people said the exact same thing about them. right?
yeah.
They all said the exact same thing about the Irish,
they're definitely
about
in
the
wrong.
Polish.
They're in the wrong.
Yeah, about all those people. So cool, dude. Like, yeah, you're not an immigrant, but you know who else won't be immigrants? Those immigrants' kids, right? So therefore, they're still
Right.
not immigrants, right? So, but here's the deal: Donald Trump is deporting people whose kids are here legally, right? Whose kids are American citizens. He's trying to get rid of people that came here legally. He's trying to get rid of people that were born here in this country, right? Like you were stating, right? So when you're talking about
Right.
like these things like this culture problem, so no, the culture problem is the people who don't understand that immigration is American culture. That is what makes American culture is
I don't think
immigration.
everyone sees it that way.
I don't care
I
if
think
anyone
it-
sees it that way.
Personally, I see that as a perversion of what America was about. I'm not saying to bring it back to this. I mean, I guess you could say regressive ideology, but America was founded, yes, by illegal immigrants. I mean, you could say they forcibly came here. They made this country, right?
Oh, they didn't
I'm
make
not
this
saying
country.
what
They
they
committed
did is
a
right.
genocide, but whatever.
Okay, but it wasn't called America before, right?
Yeah, it would still America. And it'd still be North America.
But it was called America based on European languages.
It's still not called
Like the Native
America.
Americans. It's called that by the people that identify as American citizens. They
Yeah.
say American citizen, right?
It'd be the United States of America. America is a continent. The United States of America
It
is a
wasn't called
country.
America by the Native Americans, though.
Yeah, they had their own name for it. So what?
But I'm saying, like, America. You said it was. What you said it wasn't created. It was. You said before genocide.
All right. Hey, you know
Yeah,
that little
there was a
boot? You know
genocide.
that little boot country in Europe? What's that called?
Italy.
Oh, well, in there they call it Italia, right? So therefore, you don't
Right.
even know. Like, apparently, that country doesn't exist to you because you call it a different name than they did. They do currently.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
So it
I'm
doesn't
saying
change that the country exists
America-
based off of whether somebody calls it a name or not.
Okay. What I'm saying is America as a country from the Pacific to the Atlantic, as we identified on a map.
Well, even the
United
founding
States was
fathers
not
didn't believe
called-
that because there was no territory on the Pacific that was even owned by the founding fathers. So just the existence
until-
of California or really anything west of the Mississippi will be a perversion according to your
What I'm
worldview.
saying is it didn't exist as we have it now until we had all the states, until the government was established. And I know what you're saying is this was still a country before. It didn't have an established government. It didn't have manifest destiny when the United States essentially, took over from the Pacific to the Atlantic, everything from California to Virginia or whatever. There was no other, as far as we know, there was no other body or group that called this specific place we call the U.S. any specific country. And there was no specific law that any
This
Native
means
American
nothing.
tribe established.
Sir, this means nothing. You're saying until all the states were included. Okay, well then, according to your rhetoric, we weren't the United States until what 60 years ago when we actually had all 50 states or something like that, or 80 years ago, whenever freaking was Alaska or Hawaii that became the 50th state. So you're saying we weren't America before that? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay,
Not as we define it.
That doesn't even make sense. Yes, we
Geography.
were the
Geography.
United States of America
Geography.
prior to the 50th state, just like it will still be the United States of
We called
America
it that.
if we add another state. Okay, that does the
Was it
number
called-
of
was it
states
called the
doesn't.
United States
Sir,
400
sir,
years
be
ago?
quiet. Be
Was
quiet.
it called the United States? Uh-huh.
Yes. What are you talking
It was
about?
called that 40 years ago?
40 years
You know
ago?
that?
Yes.
Okay. If everybody forgot what countries they lived in, right? They forgot what they call them, everything. Does that country exist? Yes or no?
What? Bro, okay, we're gonna stop right now.
everyone-
I don't know what the hell like you're on tonight, dude.
I'm trying
Like,
to
no-
explain to you.
No, whatever you're trying to explain, you need to just go ahead and explain it
it's a
because what you're
concept.
saying is literally
It's a
just
concept.
gibberish. Okay,
No,
so
it's
whatever
not.
you're trying to
I'm
say,
trying
just
to
fucking
explain
say it.
Would you like me to explain it? I'm
Yes,
trying
and
to.
hurry the fuck up.
Okay, that's a great argument, by the way. Great argument. Okay.
I'm not trying to have an argument
Every
with you. I'm
country-
trying to decide whether I should even leave you on this live because what you're saying doesn't make any fucking sense and it's a waste
I'm
of time
trying
and
to.
space. So get
What
to
is
the
argument
point.
called in Spanish? Discussion, right? So if we could have a discussion, I can explain. Okay, no country has existed forever. At some point, it was created in people's minds as a concept. Okay, right?
I'm not answering any
Geography
questions. Get
changes
to
over
it.
time, right? Right? It changes over time, right? At some point, primarily European immigrants came to the American continent and eventually founded a country called the United States, right? Now, the Native Americans might not have recognized that, but the Europeans called it the United States, right? You hung up, right? Hello?
I told him I wasn't answering any more questions until he just got to his point. Made that pretty clear. And no, the Europeans did not come here. The British came here. Okay. And then when the Italians came over here, who were still white Europeans, they were considered immigrants and against the United States, right? And against the culture. And then when the Polish came here, they were still white Europeans who went against the culture. And then when the when the Irish came here, they were still white Europeans who came to the United States and were against the culture. And the French and the Japanese and black people after the end of slavery and every other singular group of people that came here was against the culture according to what your definition is. So no, you don't get to just take the next group of fucking immigrants and say they're against our culture. I want them all gone. Sorry. And if you want to be completely correct, okay, if you want to be all the way correct, when the founding fathers built this country, the entire border with Mexico and everything north of it was Mexico. It was still Mexico. You were still the immigrant. But anyways, I was waiting for him to get to his point. He didn't want to get to his point. Ridiculous. All right, y'all. If you guys are on the TikTok side, please keep double tapping that screen. Let's get up to 50,000 likes. If you guys are on the YouTube side, there's over 1,000 people in here. I don't know how we're at like 100 likes. Go up there, hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. We do this every day but Thursday. I really appreciate you. If you guys like support, I do have super chats open on YouTube and the money guns over here. Super chats I'll put on the screen. We'll talk about them. We'll have a good time. So if you'd like support, that's a great way to do it. I appreciate you. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
I am 38.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do not, but I have some things that I need.
No, I already said I'm not taking any calls from no people that aren't Trump supporters. Thank you. Hello, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. Why is that?
I think his foreign policies are great.
Okay.
And
what foreign policies?
I think his his southern border policies and his tariffs are great.
Yeah, I said what foreign policies?
His tariffs.
Tariffs are not a foreign policy. They're a domestic policy.
They're foreign.
No, tariffs are a domestic policy, not a foreign policy. Who pays a tariff, sir? Okay. Sure, man. Appreciate ya. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
22. What's that?
Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, I wouldn't say I support Trump. I support Trump out of the previous administration.
I'm not asking about the previous administration. I'm asking if you support Trump right now. He's currently the president.
He's currently the president, yeah, and I support him as the president, yeah.
All right. So why do you support Trump?
Well, I figured that Trump is better than the previous administration, the administration that was running against
Sir,
Donald
I'm
Trump.
not talking about the previous administration. Donald Trump is currently the president of the United States. He owns both houses of Congress. He owns the judiciary. He is doing things right now. Do you support him right now? Okay. The election was in November. We passed that, bro. It's over. Y'all voted for Trump. Y'all wanted him. Do you support him right now or no?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I do. Yeah.
Why do you support him? And let me give you a hint. You can't say because it's something that somebody else did, because they're not in presidency right now. He's doing things right now. What's he doing that you like?
Immigration, getting rid of the illegals in this country.
All right. So he's getting rid of the
That's one thing.
illegals in this country. Why is that a good thing?
Because there's, he gets rid of the illegals in this country. That means there's more jobs for Americans in this country. And when there's illegals in this country, they don't pay taxes.
Well, first of
so-
all, according to May's numbers, we had the equal amount of unemployed people in this country as we did open jobs. So we don't need more jobs. No one's taking our jobs. This isn't a South Park episode. It's not, they took our jobs. Like, that's not actually
I'm
really
sorry, what?
happening. Okay.
They took your jobs.
They took our jobs. Yeah, that's not happening.
They
Okay.
took our
Again,
jobs.
in May's numbers, all right, there was 7.5 unemployed United States citizens, Americans in this country, and there was 7.5 million jobs. Okay. So there was just as many open jobs as there was people. So if we have more open jobs than we have people to work them, they're not taking jobs from American citizens. Second of all, just in 2024 alone, undocumented immigrants paid over $100 billion in taxes.
Immigrants did?
Undocumented immigrants
Illegal
alone.
immigrants?
Yes.
Pay taxes.
$100 billion worth.
How could illegal immigrants pay taxes when they're not even documented in the United States?
Well, first of all, everybody pays sales taxes, so let's start there, right? So every time that there's
every time you buy something, you pay sales tax when you're using a card.
right, and where do
You
those
make
sales
cash,
taxes
you don't
go
pay
to?
as much tax
Yeah, and where do those sales taxes go to? What do those sales taxes
to
go
the companies.
to? The
Or that
taxes
goes to
go
the
to the
United
companies.
The taxes go to the United States.
The taxes
Money
go to
they're
the
buying
United
goes
States
to the
citizens.
company.
And what social safety nets can they have?
No, the taxes don't go to the United States citizens. That's the funny thing.
Well, they should if you had a government that actually wanted to give them back to you. But second of all, there are multiple
Yeah,
states.
they probably should, but they don't.
Sir, second
When
of
you
all,
pay sales tax on something, that sales tax goes to the government. It doesn't go to the citizens, it goes to the government.
well, the reason
And
why
when illegal is paying sales tax on something, they're most likely using card, unless they're allowed to have a bank account. When they have a bank account, then yeah, it's a whole different thing. But they're not allowed to have legally. They're not allowed to have a bank account if they're an illegal citizen.
Sir, you do realize you pay sales tax if you pay cash with something, right?
You pay a percentage of sales tax, not as much as you do using card. You realize that, don't you? No? Oh, come on. Don't sigh. Come on. Be a fucking man.
Be smarter then.
Be smarter than what?
To know that sales tax is a percentage of every transaction does not change whether you pay cash or card.
No, there is a difference.
Okay. Second of
You
all,
never
in
noticed
multiple states across the United States, undocumented immigrants can get ITINs. Therefore, they work and pay income tax, even as an undocumented migrant.
Like an illegal immigrant?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then how can an illegal immigrant pay taxes on their paycheck?
Because
when
they
they're
have
not even a
ITINs.
citizen of the United States.
Because they have
Were they paying
ITINs.
state tax and federal tax?
Because they have ITINs.
ITINs. Really?
Mm-hmm.
So if an illegal immigrant is being paid cash, how the fuck are they supposed to pay income and federal tax?
Well, that would be illegal by the company for paying them that, and I think that we should have much stricter penalties.
Exactly.
Sir,
Yeah.
if you're going to continue cutting me off, I'll just move on to the next person.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I think that we should have much stricter penalties on companies that do pay people under the table. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we have stricter penalties on companies that actually do that, then we fix the problem without anything to do with the undocumented migrants.
Okay, and how are we supposed to fix that problem?
You make the law stricter.
Make what law stricter?
U.S. labor laws.
U.S. labor laws, but how are you going to make U.S. labor laws stricter when there's undocumented immigrants that are working for these people? I mean, like, it's pretty hard to make these people that are being paid cash and these people that are illegal to pay taxes, you know, because they're undocumented.
Sir, I'm going to give you a little hint. I don't know if you know this or not, but American citizens also work under the table.
Oh, yeah, but not as much as illegal immigrants.
You don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, show me one piece of data that says that.
Well, I work in Florida, dude.
I also work in
with these
Florida.
people all the time.
I also work in
Where you at
Florida.
in Florida?
Now show me one piece of data
what do you
to
do in
show.
Florida?
Now show one piece of data.
I don't give a shit about where you work at. What do you do?
No, sir. You must not be hearing what I'm saying. Okay? I am not trying to have you live in Florida, I live in Florida. Let's have a fucking conversation about it. Show me a piece of data that shows that undocumented immigrants more under the table than American citizens do, please.
No, I'm just curious.
No, I'm just curious for you to show me where you're saying that. No, sir,
work at?
I don't know if you know how this works, okay? I'm not here, okay, to be your fucking friend. Give me the data that you're stating.
I'm not asking you to be my
or
friend.
go away.
I'm just asking.
No, I don't
state
care
of
what
evidence
you're
you
asking
have.
me. I don't care what you're asking me. I want you to show me where you're seeing that undocumented immigrants are working more under the table than American citizens.
At my work. Where I
At
work
your job.
At my employment.
At your exact
And my
job.
other
So
employments
you
in Florida.
think that because it's happening at your job, which, by the way, where do you work? I would love to report them to the IRS.
Oh, you can. KMB Marine, man. Florida.
What's it called?
KMB Marine.
KMB Marine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what's your name?
I'm not going to tell you my name.
Might as well, dude. We're going to figure it out.
No, well, you can figure out as much as you want to. I don't give a shit.
All right. We'll see. Sorry, I need to report to the IRS because apparently your business needs to get shut down because it's operating illegally.
Yeah, it should get shut down.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sketchy shit that's going on in this business, and it's not just the illegal immigrants. I mean, the owner of the company has about 4 illegal immigrants in his house
Okay.
that are not paying taxes.
Doo-doo.
They're not American citizens.
All right. Fort Myers. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'll make sure I report them later. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's perfect. But I do have a question for you, though. Do you
Go ahead.
support illegal immigrants in our country?
Do I support undocumented immigrants in our country? Not
Illegal
particularly.
immigrants, yeah.
No, people aren't illegal. So you can keep saying illegal all you want.
People are illegal if they come into this country.
No, people
illegal.
are not illegal. People can commit illegal acts. People are not illegal.
And that illegal act is coming into
Sir,
our country
sir,
undocumented.
Sir, are you?
No,
have you ever?
No. Okay,
Don't.
Come to me about interrupting you.
No.
No, come on. You got to at least play this fair.
Sir,
You can't
sir,
just
you
do
are
this
going to
whole
have to
thing for-
try your best to pretend like you're an adult for a little bit, okay?
to pretend I'm an adult.
Yeah,
You're
because you're
the one
obviously
that's on
not
the
acting
fucking
like one, so
computer,
you're going to have to
live
pretend
streaming.
for a second, okay? Like you're one.
You're fucking.
Okay.
You're baiting, dude. Come on.
I'm
huh?
not baiting. I'm
If
trying
you
to
wanna have an
actually have a
actual
rational
conversation,
conversation with
let's have an
somebody
actual
who's not rational.
Yeah, then let's have a rational conversation. You can
No,
stop
I know. See,
interrupting
sir,
me.
I'm trying to have a
Hear
rational
my side
conversation
and
with
I'll-
you.
and I'll hear your
I'm
side.
trying to have a rational conversation with you, but you're not being rational. Okay?
Okay, then let's have a rational conversation.
I'm trying to, but every single time I do, you start hollering like a child, which is why I asked you very nicely to stop.
Okay, I'll stop hollering like a child. What's
Okay.
your opinion on illegal immigrants?
Yeah. Have you ever had a speeding ticket before, or ever broken the speed limit?
I've broken the speed limit. I've never got a speeding ticket.
You ever got a ticket of any sort?
No.
Oh, fucking illegal.
Why would you say I'm illegal?
Fucking disgusting illegals. Illegal.
What?
This guy's an
That's not
illegal,
making
yo.
any sense.
Did you guys know this? This guy's an illegal.
I'm illegal?
Yeah.
Bro, I moved from fucking Minnesota.
Oh, it doesn't matter where you're
How am
from,
I
sir.
illegal?
Sir, you just admitted on this show that you committed a Class E felony. The same level of felony, or sorry, Class E misdemeanor. The same level of misdemeanor as illegal entry. Okay? And
No.
since you now did that crime,
That's a traffic.
sir, now that you've done that crime, you're an illegal. Okay? Because according to you, if you do a Class E misdemeanor, you're an illegal. Okay? And I don't know why I'm up here talking to somebody being a fucking illegal. Like, how are you even having this conversation, you illegal?
Illegal. Okay, can I talk now?
I don't know if I should allow illegals to talk on my live. What do you guys think? Should I allow illegals to talk on my live? I don't know, chat. What do you guys think? I mean, I honestly,
So,
I don't even think
because
he
you're not
should
gonna let
be
me?
here. Honestly, I don't even think he should be here, to be completely honest with you. Okay? I don't support, illegals like this guy. All right? Freaking speeding. Disgusting. Okay?
Speeding is not a crime. It's a
uh,
traffic violation.
It's a civil
Unless
infraction,
it's
and so
over-
is illegal entry. It's the
unless it's over
exact
120
same
miles an
level
hour,
of
then
crime.
then it's a crime.
It's the exact same level of crime as illegal entry, sir.
Is
The
it? How's
exact
that?
same level. So if you are going to say that people doing an illegal entry are an illegal and not somebody who committed a crime, which is what they are, then you are also illegal because you just admitted to doing the exact same thing. Okay?
No, I'm not an illegal immigrant because I sped. You haven't sped? You haven't sped on the road?
No, you're an
at all?
illegal citizen.
No,
It's even worse.
because I was born in Minnesota.
Yeah,
My family's
you're
from
an illegal
Minnesota.
citizen, dude. Sorry.
How am I an illegal citizen?
Because you committed that crime.
Okay, so if I committed a speeding violation, I'm now an illegal citizen? How does
I
that
mean,
work?
according to your logic.
My logic? What the fuck are you talking about? No.
Yeah, according to your logic.
No, I'm saying if a person comes into this country illegally, then they are an illegal citizen.
And I'm saying
Or
that
not-
if
not
somebody
even
commits an illegal crime at the same level, like a speeding ticket, then you've done an illegal thing. So therefore, you're an illegal citizen. Disgusting.
You are stretching,
Fucking
my guy.
no!
You are
I'm trying to,
stretching.
sir. You see how dumb that sounds when I explain it to you. Do you hear how dumb
Yeah,
it
you
sounds?
explain it
No,
to me.
sir.
Yeah,
I need
hear
you.
how dumb
You
it
hear
sounds.
how
Yeah,
dumb
'cause
it
it doesn't make
sounds,
any sense to
sir.
me. Explain
You know how dumb it sounds when I call you an illegal for speeding. You see how dumb that sounds? That's how dumb you sound to me when you just can continually repeat illegal immigrant to me when it's just somebody who committed a crime. They're an undocumented migrant. They are someone that is in this country without a documented status in the United States. They committed illegal entry, which is a crime. Okay, which is a civil infraction, a Class E misdemeanor, just like a speeding ticket, just like a jaywalking. Okay, but they are not illegal. What people do when they say that someone is illegal, they are saying that they themselves are illegal, not that the act that they did was illegal. Okay, which is dehumanizing language, which is what leads to things, okay, like putting people in alligator Alcatraz.
It's insane.
Okay, putting them in places where the air conditioner doesn't work and they're getting eaten up by mosquitoes in places where there's dozens of people in the same cell and the bathrooms don't work. And you think that that's okay, and you're laughing about it right now because you don't see them as human. And that is
Well,
what
they probably
happens when you
shouldn't come
use
here, right?
dehumanizing language like you do.
Dehumanizing. What language have I used that's dehumanizing?
I literally just explained it to you, sir. If you
Yeah,
couldn't
explain
be
it
paying
again.
attention
What
enough to
language have I
catch up
said
to it.
that's dehumanizing.
Sir, I just explained that
dehumanizing?
in depth.
No, you didn't. You didn't
All right,
explain
sir.
what language I've used that is dehumanizing.
Yeah, I literally explained that in depth.
You
So,
did not. You didn't
I
explain
really,
what language
I
use that's
truly did.
dehumanizing.
It's insane.
You did.
Okay.
What did I say?
Well,
that was
if you
dehumanizing?
can't figure it out, then I guess we're done with this conversation.
Bro, you are fucking stretching. You are stretching for something to hold on to, aren't you?
Hey, chat, did I not just explain to him in incredible detail what dehumanizing language he was using? Did I not just
No,
explain to
you
him I'm not asking you. Obviously, you didn't get it. Okay.
You're asking your
Obviously,
chat.
you didn't get it. Oh, man, there's so many yeses. Oh, my, I can't even keep up with all the yeses. That
Really,
thing,
because I'm watching that chat right now. I'm not seeing all that.
you're not on my TikTok chat. The YouTube chat hasn't caught up yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there goes the TikTok chat. Yep,
Both of
our
them can
YouTube
go
chat.
fucking
There we go. So anyway, sir, that is why it's
Yeah,
that's
man.
why it's bad when you call someone illegal. Okay, just call them undocumented immigrants. It's not
so
going to hurt you
what
to
is
do
it-
that.
what it would be undocumented, right? So would you call them undocumented?
I would.
Yeah, no,
Yes, I would call them undocumented migrants.
undocumented migrants.
Mhm.
Okay, so those undocumented migrants cannot pay taxes.
Again, sir,
on what
in the
they
state
earn,
of California
just like
and in
every
multiple
other American.
Sir, and California and multiple other states, undocumented migrants can get I-10s, and if you get an I-10, then you can work legally you can work in this country and pay taxes. Okay,
But what
I'm sorry
percentage
that
of
your
illegal
specific
immigrants have
job
I-10?
doesn't do that, but there are many, many states where you can.
Oh no, it's not just my specific job. It's jobs all around
It's
the country.
insane.
Yes, sir. There are undocumented people working for under the table all the way across this country. And there are American citizens that are working freaking under the table at jobs all across this country. I know that because my first job that I ever had, I was 15. I actually truly didn't know any better. But when I was 15 was actually under the table. I didn't even know it.
What job was that?
I did was roofing in Palm Springs, California. Yep. And I had no idea at the time that I was doing something wrong, right? I didn't know that I was doing something illegal, right? But it was
I would say
happening.
you
It
were
was
doing
true.
something
It
illegal.
didn't.
Your employer was doing something illegal.
Correct.
couldn't
You
pay
are right.
tax
My
on
employer
your-
was doing something illegal. I didn't know that at the time. I was a 15-year-old kid. It was the first job I ever had.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
understandable.
I didn't know any better. Okay. But I was an American citizen still working under the table. And you're right. There was my friend who was working with me was an American citizen working under the table. And guess what? There was also people that I assume were also undocumented migrants that were working under the table. Right. I agree that they were both happening. All right. But the difference is that I say, hey, how do we fix this issue? We punish the employer, my employer, right? My employer, the person that was paying me and all those migrants, everybody under the table, they're the person that's wrong, right? Where the migrants are just trying to get whatever job they can to make sure that they can feed their family. So I say punish the corporations that are doing it, not the people that are doing it. And while I do think that people should be,
I agree with that.
Yeah, and so while I do believe
Also
that we should have strict enough border laws to be able to stop you from coming in here, we have 11.6 million people in this country are undocumented that have coming in over the last 50 years. Okay, it just doesn't make financial, economic, or really even logical sense to try to deport them all. Okay, we should deport the criminals.
Not all of them. No.
Yeah,
criminals. Yeah, criminals, rapists, all those offenders.
Agreed.
For sure, they must go first.
I think that
For
they should
sure.
go. I think that they are the people that should go, period. Right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
no,
the people
they're
that are
not
here
allowed
that are not committing any crimes, okay, the more logical way to handle the situation is to give them a path to be able to be here legally. Right? That is how we fix
For
this
the
issue.
hardworking people?
I'm sorry?
For the hardworking people?
For the
They should be
hardworking
able to-
migrants in this country, yes.
Okay. Yep. It should be an easier path for these people. Like I know multiple illegal immigrants that should belong here because they're just trying to make a better thing for their family.
Right, but do you know what
But I also know
go
a
ahead,
few
sorry.
people that are illegal and also committing crimes. And it's so my opinion is that the people that are committing crimes, burglary, all this bullshit that they're committing crime, they gotta fucking go. They gotta go.
Well, sir, I don't
But
have an
people that
issue
are
with
working
that.
hard here,
Sir, I don't have an
Yeah,
issue
I
with
know,
that.
I know, but the people that are working hard here, there should be an easier path for them to be able to become an American citizen or have a green card to work here, to send money back home or bring their family here. But there's a big difference between deporting illegal citizens that are criminals and deporting illegal citizens that are hardworking people. And it's hard to differentiate those people.
It's not hard to differentiate. What percentage of people
It is.
that Donald Trump is apprehended for deportation? What percentage of them have criminal records outside of just illegal entry?
I believe it was 75,000.
No, what percentage?
No, I'm 75,000 people
75,000 people. What?
that were deported.
Sir, less than 15%
A lot
of
of
the
them
people
under
that Donald
13.
Trump is apprehending for deportation have a criminal record outside of illegal entry. Stephen Miller literally went to the heads of ICE and told them, do not stop. Stop just going after criminals. Okay? He said, why are we just going after criminals? Start going to Cardenas markets and 7-Elevens. That's what the Trump administration officials are saying. They're saying, do not go after the criminals, go after anybody, right? The court literally just had to shoot down the Trump had to settle a lawsuit with the Trump administration because they were literally just going after people that looked Latino. Okay. By that same metric, I could be picked up. I don't have a single drop of Latino blood in me, and I could be picked up. Okay, because I can resemble Latino, right? So what I'm saying is, sir, if Donald Trump was just, his whole thing was, I'm going to go after criminals and I want to arrest these criminals, I want to deport these criminals, I want to get rid of the criminals that are in this country, then guess who has no complaint with that? Me, and I'm pretty sure 99% of the people on the left don't have a problem with that at all, okay? Where we have a problem with Donald Trump's immigration stance is that that's not what he's doing. He's going after the hardworking people. He's going after the people that are not criminals. He's going after the hardworking people that are just here to try to do what's best for their families. Okay, that's who he's going after, and that's the issue.
Okay. Well, yeah. Like I said before, like once we started this phone call, I'm not 100% supporting Trump. I'm just saying that it's better than the last administration. But yeah, this administration now definitely has flaws. Like it's not 100% perfect. It's never going to be 100% perfect when it comes to presidency. It's all, 80-year-old fucking men that just decide this shit. And yeah, it's not going to be 100% perfect, but fuck, we got to do something about our border control.
Sir, we tried to do stuff about the border control the entire time through the last administration.
Can I say the F word on your stream?
Yeah, I don't care. There was 3 different border bills under the Biden administration, which would have increased ICE's ability to be able to deport criminals, would have increased CBP's protection on the border, okay? While also, right, giving a lot more ease to, to have people that are hardworking to have better ability to stay here, to be legal in this country. But the Republicans stopped all of that. Okay. So when you're saying like, oh, no president is perfect, you're right. There isn't a single presidential candidate that's perfect. Okay. But we do have to look into intent. Right? Donald Trump's administration's intent is to hurt people. Okay? And the Biden administration, where I do believe they could have done better at the border, I do truly believe that. Okay? And he could have done better. I will always side on the side that is not hurting people, right? Who is not locking up people in foreign prisons or trying to just be intentionally, mean to people by creating things like Alligator Alcatraz or sending people to CCOT or trying to deport people to South Sudan, right? These are horrific things that he is doing to people. Okay?
What do you mean about being mean to people? What does that mean?
It's not just being mean to people. It's being horrific to people, man. CCOT is a literal torture prison. Okay? He is sending people who have no criminal record to a torture prison in El Salvador. All right?
Like who?
Like hundreds of people, dude.
Like that MS-13 guy?
Like that guy who definitely was not MS-13?
He was definitely MS-13.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't. And if he was, then he should have been convicted of that of freaking gang activity in the United States and then jailed for that. But there's a reason why they won't take him to jail for that. Even though they brought him back, they're still not trying him for any type of gang activity. Okay?
But why would he be convicted in the U.S. when he's not a U.S. citizen?
Because we have laws and our laws fall under people in the jurisdiction of the United States. Also, how do we send anyone to, sir, are you saying, sir, are you suggesting that people, if they're not U.S. citizens, don't get due process?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're
First
not
of all,
United States citizen, they should be deported back to where, their home is.
Sir, they should be deported
immigrated from.
If they're convicted of the crime
of being not a U.S. citizen.
The crime of being not a U.S. citizen? Yeah, being a U.S. citizen is not a crime.
Sorry, illegal citizen. of the United States. Yeah.
Sir, Donald Trump is sending people that are legally here to these places.
And who is that?
Sir, literally so many people. Like what do you say? Like what you're acting like it's like one person that it's like, oh, it's Michael. Michael was the guy, dude. Like he literally just
Michael's definitely a fucking white guy. That's for sure.
Dude, they're literally they literally just got permission from the Supreme Court to freaking get rid of freaking 50,000 Nicaraguans and Hondurans that are here illegally. 50,000. Yep. Sorry, I can't name freaking Steve.
Steve is definitely a fucking white guy. Come on. Steve is definitely a white guy.
Oh, you're saying, oh, wow. So you don't believe that white migrants should be deported?
Man, I'm just joking. Come on.
Oh, you don't believe that white? Well, I mean, Trump doesn't. That's why he's bringing in migrants that are white.
You're too serious about this.
I'm not. Yes, I'm very serious about people's lives.
No, too serious.
No, I'm not. You can't be too sir, serious. You can't be too serious about people's lives. Okay? Just because it's not your life, okay, doesn't mean that there aren't human beings whose lives are being absolutely fucking destroyed due to these policies. Okay?
And did they come here knowing that the risk of coming to America?
No one came here knowing the risk that they were going to get sent to South Sudan.
Well, no, I'm saying, did they come here knowingly that there's going to be a risk about being deported?
Not the people that came here legally.
Illegally.
No, I'm talking about the people here legally that Donald Trump is deporting.
I'm talking about the people illegally.
Well, sir, you can't ignore the people that are here legally. You don't get that. You don't get that option. Okay?
I don't get what option.
You don't get the option to ignore the people that are here legally just because you keep wanting to concentrate on the people illegally. Again, sir, if it was just the people that were committing crimes and stuff like that, then we wouldn't have an issue with that. The problem is that that's not who it's concentrated on. Okay?
So it's concentrated on the legal people, right?
Sir, anyways, I'm done having this conversation because I've been talking to you for way too long. But you have a good one, right?
I got another thing. I got another thing.
No, you don't.
Hold on. Yeah, about LGBTQ community.
Nope, you don't. Have a wonderful day.
I do, but you're.
Nope, no, you just don't. Y'all, how's everybody doing today? Y'all, if you guys are on the TikTok side, please hit that follow button. We do this every single day. If you guys are on the YouTube side, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate that. Also, there are over 1,200 people in my YouTube side, and I have less than 300 likes. Y'all, please do me a favor. Go up to the top, hit that like button. I really, really appreciate you guys. Click my name, click that like button. Let's get these likes up. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're about to move on to the next caller. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Let me hit up a couple super chats real quick. Alex, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Says IRS was working with ICE tracking ITINs. Yeah, literally going after the people that are working here legally. So sad. Dylan, thank you so much for the 20 Australian dollars. I really appreciate that. Said you're doing great work, man. Keep it up. Love from Australia. Really, really appreciate that, Dylan. Thank you so much. Connor says, FOF, you know that white people ancestors migrated by boats from Europe. People died and starved at the ports in the U.S. for weeks, even months. That actually did happen. That's very true. I'm not really sure. That might have been a point on immigration point that I missed earlier. Walter, have I ever broken the speed limit? Yes, I have. I do it every day. I am hella illegal. And H, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. You said you explained it 100. I'm going to leave that up for a bit. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. Y'all, also, if you guys would like to support on the TikTok side, I do have the money guns going on. I also have my sub goal going on. I really appreciate you guys. Super chats are open on YouTube if you'd like support, and all my pay links are in my bio. So if you guys would like to support the live, I really, really appreciate you guys. It does help me to keep doing this every single day. So thank you guys so much. You guys are absolutely amazing. Love y'all, all right? Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
No, actually, I don't support either party.
All right. Well, no worries, man. But I am only looking for Trump supporters right now. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hello. How are you?
Hi. I just wanted to say this real quick. I hope you're doing well. I know you. I don't want to waste your time, but I'm a very big supporter of your channel.
Thank you, man.
And my name's Justin, and I know you are mainly taking calls from Trump supporters, but I hope you can give me like 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes, just to explain what I think of what's going on.
I
or
really
if you don't,
appreciate it,
you
but
can hang up on me.
yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm
you
only
want-
taking Trump supporters right now. I do some friendlies time, but it's not right now. But I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay, man.
Okay, well, bring up hypocrisy. At least point out the hypocrisy, and then hopefully I can see what they say.
All right, man.
Keep it up, though.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Yourself?
I'm doing good. How old are you?
I'm 35.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, why do you support Trump?
I support Trump because he's doing a great job for the community. He's bringing the country back. He's doing a good job in office right now. I hope they keep him safe. They already tried to take his life. America's first. It's a time that we get a real president in office that knows how to talk. I mean, he's been in office, 4 or 5 months now, and he's talked more than Biden did in his whole 4-year tenure.
Yeah. First of all, boss, it's July.
Yes, sir. It is.
Guess
So
that
what you
flew over
saying?
your
I mean,
head. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I mean, but still, at the end of the day,
sir,
the border is secure.
Hold on.
right
Stop. Okay. It's July. Okay. So we're way past 4 months. Okay. Second of all, okay, what does talking have to do with anything? Donald Trump getting up on stage and just rambling bullshit into a microphone does not make him a better president.
What makes him a better president is the fact that he's able to articulate, and everything that he said he was going to do, he done it. He shut that border down. He pushed his tariffs. He's doing everything that he said he would do. And people are upset with him because of who he is, not what he is. He's standing for America.
Well, let's
He's
talk
not
about that.
going along to get along.
Yeah,
What'd you
well, let's
say?
talk about that. So Donald Trump
Yes,
said
sir.
he was going to put in tariffs, and those tariffs were going to bring manufacturing back to the United States. So far, Donald Trump has folded on almost every tariff that he's tried to put on because of pressure from other countries, because that's what Donald Trump does. He gets folded like a freaking, like a taco, like the taco that he is, right? But more importantly, Donald Trump put these 10% tariffs on, which has been a higher tax on American taxpayers. We did see the June numbers to see that prices for the American taxpayers are going up. And here's the even crazier part, right? Over the last couple months or few months, I can't remember whether there's 2 or 3 months, right? Manufacturing jobs are down. So we're actually losing manufacturing jobs in the United States. So Donald Trump put on tariffs, taxed the American people, made prices rise, and lost manufacturing jobs. I'm pretty sure that's not what he said he was going to do.
Because Bush and Obama and everybody else before him, they sent all the money overseas. They sent all the jobs overseas. This is not something that can be taken care of in 1 year. It's taking time. It takes time to build these factories. It takes time to get people here for employment. But first, you have to secure the border and get everybody on the same page. Once we get the border secure and they work things out in the House, instead of trying to rule things and run things with this USAID, how they were stealing money and doing all these things and whatnot. Now we got someone here in the office that's really taking care of the people. Now I'm like this.
Let's
I'm
start.
like
Now,
this right
I always
about
stop here because you just said a whole bunch of nothing. Okay, so let's just stop there. I don't need to hear more of nothing. Okay, who appropriates money in the United States budget?
Who appropriates the Congress?
All right, awesome. So USAID isn't sending money anywhere. Okay, Congress is sending money overseas, and guess what? Congress hasn't stopped sending money overseas, and neither has Donald Trump. Literally just this week, Donald Trump authorized more freaking funding to Ukraine, well, to the European Union to then go to Ukraine and all that sort of stuff. And we're still funding multiple countries. We funded Israel. We funded all sorts of different places across the United States. So Donald Trump hasn't stopped sending money to to other countries.
Yeah,
Donald Trump is doing it just like everybody else. But that's not but sir, that was not my point. Okay. And let's get back to the question that I actually asked you. Okay. What I said was Donald Trump said he was going to put on these tariffs. He's pretty much folded on almost every single tariff that he's had. Okay. He's just now trying to come back with tariffs. Okay. Which again, he hasn't put on and no countries are responding to because nobody believes he's actually going to do it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So
Well,
he's only put
well,
that
let-
base. Hold on, sir. I'm not finished. So he's only put that baseline 10% tariff on, which is just literally a tax on the American people. He said he was going to do it for it to bring manufacturing back, which hasn't happened whatsoever. He said he was going to lower grocery prices, and this is doing the exact opposite of that. And that's not even to mention a whole bunch of other things that Donald Trump said he was going to do that he was running on that he hasn't. The only one that you have really is shut down the border, which all Donald Trump has really done is shut down legal immigration into the country because undocumented migration was already being stopped at a much higher rate under the Biden administration than it is under the Trump administration. Okay.
Okay. Well, I wanna pull you up on that because right there you're incorrect. I'm a commercial truck driver and I transport throughout America. I've seen firsthand of immigrants being flown in the country. I've never seen this behavior before in my life until this Biden tenure. You can ask anybody that wants to tell the truth, even the people that work in those facilities at the airport. I've seen undocumented immigrants coming through the airport, being shipped in here. That's why the border was open. That's why it was so many. Why do you think it was so many people that chose to come during the Biden era?
So let me get
Biden
this
had
straight,
proven-
sir. You're
Yes,
a
sir.
commercial
Yeah.
truck driver, and so therefore
sir.
you have seen undocumented migrants coming through airports. Hold on, sir.
I've flown.
Hold on.
I transport.
Hold on,
Listen,
sir.
listen,
Hold on,
listen,
sir. Hold
I
on, sir.
transport.
So-
I fly from city to city, picking up brand new trucks, and I drop them off. I
Glad
might
you
take a
did,
truck
sir.
from California.
I'm so
Yes,
glad
sir.
you do. Okay. So what
Yes,
you're
sir.
telling me is that you're going through airports, you're seeing brown people who may be migrants, okay? And you're just assuming they're undocumented migrants because I know damn well you're not checking their papers, right? So you're just really being really xenophobic against Latino people. That's what
I'm not
hearing.
xenophobe. First of all,
Then how
first
do
of all,
you
I'm
know
from
they're
Texas.
undocumented migrants?
I see how they were moving.
You've
I
seen how they were moving. And
they
how
were moving,
exactly
yes,
do
through
undocumented
TSA.
migrants move?
Through TSA, because they were coming through TSA without being checked or nothing. They was coming through in lines. They was coming through in droves. They were coming through TSA without being checked. Okay,
Yeah, that's
they
a
were coming
bold-faced
through
lie.
without being checked. You said it's a big lie.
That is a
This is a fact.
bold-faced fucking lie,
Oh,
sir.
man.
Because you've
Come on now.
obviously
Come
never,
on now.
you've
Oh,
obviously
come on
never
now.
flown from a different country, have you?
Listen, man.
Have
I'm
you
not,
ever
I'm-
flown
I
to a
just-
different country in your life?
Yes, I have a passport. Yes, I do.
Okay, so
Yes,
when
I
you
have.
come back, since you've flown to these other countries, right? When you fly back in the United States from other countries, what's the first place you go through?
Customs.
Awesome. You go through customs. So therefore, the immigration status of these people would be found at customs, not at TSA. Okay. First of all, so it'd be a customs things, not a TSA thing, right? So you have no idea whether they checked their papers and whether they were undocumented or any of these things. Second of all, regardless of whether you're an American citizen or you're not an American citizen, you still have to go through TSA. So regardless of any of that, that does not change the status of these people or for you to
Okay.
somehow know.
Okay.
For you to somehow know their
I'm glad you
immigration
said that.
status based off their TSA.
I'm glad you said. I'm glad you said that. You're very articulate with your words. Okay. Well, let me ask you this: if you break a law, what does that make you?
If you
Criminal,
break
right?
a law,
Yes, sir.
makes you a criminal.
Okay. Well, the people that came over here illegally are criminals. Whether they robbed somebody, shot somebody, whatever they did, when you come step foot on American soil, you are a criminal if you go through without going through due process. If you cross that border and come into America, you are a criminal.
I'm a criminal
what
too.
Did you cross the border? Did you come over illegally?
No, but I've sped
Okay,
before.
then. So you're not a criminal.
No, but
So
I've
let's
sped
cut the
before.
Let's cut the bull
Sir,
down
do
out
you
the way.
think the only law you can break is crossing the border illegally? Is that what you're saying? Do you think that there's only
That's the
one
first
law in this country?
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm saying is you already broke the first law coming in.
No,
So
sir,
that's
I'm
what the
asking
other
you a
guy-
question. I'm telling you I'm a criminal because I sped to work this morning, okay? So therefore I'm a
no.
criminal. I'm a criminal also. Okay? So if we're going to freaking go against all what color you guys like? If we're going to go against just all criminals, okay? Then let's talk about it cuz you said if you commit a crime, you're a criminal and I committed a
Yes.
crime. I'm a bad
Okay.
lock me up, sir. Lock me up.
Well, you
I'm
didn't
done.
get caught. Well, you didn't get caught. You didn't get. I didn't
Oh,
pull
gotcha.
you over. I
So
wish I would have
undocumented
caught you
migrants-
riding speed in
so-
that,
so
in that
undocumented-
Honda. I would have pulled you over. I
Gotcha.
would've
So
made sure you got
undocumented
the
immigrants that don't get caught aren't criminals. Cool. I'll remember that.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. So long as you are over here on American soil and you cross over illegally, this is for us and the viewers, okay? If you cross over illegally, that makes you a criminal, whether you shot someone or anything. So what's going on is they're going after the criminals. So what the criminals are doing, they're hiding with the other illegals that are undocumented. And they're criminals also, but they are lesser criminals because they don't have as much baggage as the other criminals. So what's
Sir,
taking
breathe.
place is, yes,
Goodness
yes,
gracious,
yes,
sir.
I'm just, what I love it, man. I love politics. I love to talk about the truth. Well, when you hang around,
You love
someone
politics,
like,
but not much on the truth. I'll tell you that much.
I love the truth. I stand on truth. I can't talk about nothing
Sir,
but truth. That's why I'm
crossing the
telling you
border
that
is a
if you-
misdemeanor. Class
Okay,
E
well,
misdemeanor.
It's
sir,
still a
sir,
crime.
Sir,
It's still a crime.
It's
am I right
sir,
though? If I go
it's
steal
a
a candy
class
bar,
E misdemeanor, the same as
okay, well, if I
jaywalking.
go, okay. Well, if I
So
go
if you're going
if I
to
go-
say that somebody crossing the border is a criminal, then every person who has done even the lowest amount of crime of jaywalking, okay, is also a criminal. And since I've jaywalked many times, I am
Okay.
also. Have you ever jaywalked?
Yes, I have.
Congratulations, you're a criminal also, okay? So we're
Exactly.
all fucking criminals, okay? But why are we arguing this point as if this is the
Because-
issue? Sir, hold
because-
on.
no,
hold on.
okay.
Hold on. Why are we arguing this point as if this point is the issue? Okay?
It is.
Because no,
it's the issue.
stop. Listen. Thank goodness. Jesus. Nobody thinks that people crossing the border illegally is a good thing. No one. Not the left, not the right, not Trump, not Biden, not me, not you. No one thinks this is a good thing. Okay? So why are we arguing this as if there's a disagreement?
Because some people feel like it. I mean, not sure. Some people feel it's okay to just cross over illegally. I'm just saying. I heard people talk about it, and I just heard people say it's not a problem.
Biden tried to pass. The Biden administration tried to pass a bill to help freaking constrict undocumented migrants in our country 1 week after he got into office, and it was shut down by Republicans. Okay. Then a year after that, he tried to do another policy which would have constricted undocumented immigrants at the border, and it was stopped by Republicans. 3 years in, he had a Republican write a bill. Okay, that would have helped to constrict freaking undocumented immigrants significantly coming to our country and would have restricted, documented migrants coming into our country. Okay, and would have restricted documented. Freaking done a lot to stop undocumented and done a lot to even restrict documented. Donald Trump called Congress and told them not to pass the bill because it would hurt him in the election. Okay.
Wow.
So we're not sitting here arguing whether people should be allowed to cross the border. Okay. Undocumented. No one's making that argument. Okay. No one believes that. When we talk about Donald Trump, and we talk about the things that he's doing, the problem with Donald Trump is that he is deporting people that are here legally. All right. He has deported 3 American citizens. He is currently trying to freaking process people and denaturalize American citizens. He's already talked about denaturalizing Zohran Mamdani. He talked, I think, just recently about denaturalizing Rosie O'Donnell. Okay, because she said something about him in like 2006 or some shit. He's just ripped out. He's just got the ability to rip out 50,000 people that are here legally from Honduras and Nicaragua to freaking get rid of their legal status. Okay. That's the first problem.
I don't have a problem. Yeah, I don't have a problem with people coming over here working. My thing, what I have a problem is when people take advantage of our system. I just left Canada a few months ago, right? And don't you know if you sneak into Canada, what they're going to do? They're going to lock you up. If you get caught going into Canada, even if I have you in the car, in the trunk, and I'm bringing you through, trying to bring you into Canada, they're going to lock me up and lock you up. You know what I mean? Like what America has done, and it's been so watered down, they should have took care of this 20 to 30 years ago. But their border has been a serious problem for everybody, and now they want to do something about it because now there's so many people over here that they don't know who's who and how to spy. You can't tell who's who. My thing is I'm afraid of what can happen and who may have crossed over to America that we have no knowledge about. They said that, and the CIA, and they have reports that it was a bunch of people from China came over, people from Afghanistan. They said it was all kind of people that came through, and they have known terrorists that they let loose into our United States. That's why I have a problem with all the people that are in office.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
You made some good points there. Okay, so I don't want you to go so far off the rails because there's certain points you made in there that were good, and I want to address those. Okay, you said there's been a border problem for 20, 30 years, and everybody has refused to fix it. I 100% agree with you. 100%. We've had a border issue in this country for probably at least 20, maybe up to 30 years in this country, and we needed to fix it. 100%. Do not disagree with you on that. Okay? Can we have that agreement?
Yeah, we can agree on that.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. All right. And do I also believe I can also agree with you that there are people in this country that are bad people, right? That are here to do harm to the United States. All right?
Exactly.
And I believe that they should be stopped. I believe that we should go after them. I believe that we should get those people and that we should arrest them, criminal charges if they, if that's deserving, deport them at minimum. All right? But see, here's the problem, sir, is that Donald Trump is wasting so much time on those people that you talked about, all right, that are working hard, right, that are not doing any crimes, that are just trying to provide for their families by working and doing the best that they can, right? Donald Trump is so concentrated on them because he's more worried about the numbers of people he's able to deport, all right, that the people that are supposed to be going after those people that are criminals now have an easier chance to escape because those people are harder to find, right?
Yep.
Those people are harder to find.
Right.
And so, and let me tell you this, okay? I'm going to tell you this, all right? So in case you don't know, and I'm not trying to say you're stupid, I'm just trying to inform you of something, okay? When Stephen Miller brought in ICE, right? And because Donald Trump's original thing was, we're going to go after criminals, right? And ICE was going after criminals. And Stephen Miller was like, why aren't you deporting more people? Right? And ICE was like, you know what? Because finding these criminals is hard. Obviously, right? Because finding these people is hard. That makes sense to you, right?
Yeah, it make a lot of sense. Because they know how to hide.
That's what make it. But Stephen Miller told them to stop going after the criminals and to start going after people at Cardenas Markets and 7-Elevens. Okay? Because he wanted 3,000 deportations a day. Because that's how much they needed in order to do this mass deportation thing. All right? I will tell you this. From somebody on the left, okay, from somebody that's very, very strictly on the left. All right. If Donald Trump wants to go after just the criminals and to go after the criminals, the people that are trying to do harm to America, the people that are committing crimes, especially those who are terrorists or people that are committing violent crimes, not only do I think he should be able to do it, I think the left is freaking very short-sighted if they don't help him. Okay? I think the left is just as bad if they don't help Donald Trump to get rid of those horrible people. If they're so busy playing party politics that they don't get rid of that they don't help the right to get rid of the really bad people in this country, right? If they're not doing that, then the left is also wrong. But what we need is a concentration of people, okay, a concentration on the criminals, on the bad people, regardless of what the number of deportations they have. I don't care about the numbers. I care about who we're deporting, and the people that are actual criminals. Those should be the priority, not just whoever you can find the easiest, which is what the Trump administration is going after.
Yeah, you're right. And there was a guy that got he got deported. He worked at a restaurant. He stayed for 5 years. As a matter of fact, I think 7 years. He helped start the restaurant, got the guy, made the guy a lot of money. And I was sitting back listening to the story, and the guy was like, yeah, he's one of my best workers. But I'm saying to myself, you as an employer, you are a piece of shit, because you should have been, if you came over and you work for me, okay, and you were illegal and you didn't have your documentation, but you helped me start a business from ground up. and now I'm making millions, and I'm able to hire more people. I didn't grow my business because of you and your help. There's no way I'm going to let you continue to be undocumented working for me. I feel like these people that own these companies need to step up and help their people. They need to go down there. Hey, look, man, I got 30 people right now, man, that's working for me. They this and that. They've been doing this. I need documentation for all of them, and start doing it like that. I feel like a lot of times people come over here and they come over illegal, because I'm going to be honest with you. If I was in the same position they was, I would beat my ass over here too. I'm not even going to play no game. Everybody in America would say the same thing. If you were in one of those other countries and you see over here, and people over here to make it, able to take care of their families, survive and do everything, I'm crossing the border at all costs. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to go through extremities to get my ass here so I can make a better life, not just for me, but for my family and everybody abroad. But being over here, and these guys are not taking care of their workers. They're like, okay, we're gonna let you work. We're gonna work the shit out you, but we're not gonna help you get papers. I feel like if you're a owner, or you got a business, or you got a product that you're selling, you need to make sure your whole team is straight. And hey, look, man, this is what I'm gonna do. You work for me X amount of years, I'm gonna get your paperwork, and I will have some kind of pull with someone on the inside so I can get these people documented. I don't got a problem with or somebody come over here trying to make a better life. What I got a problem is when it's like, okay, when you just dump a whole pile of people into the country, and now it's free fall. That's the only thing I had a problem with when it comes to the immigration.
Well, sir, I'll agree. Until the end, I can agree with everything that you said. Okay. I also agree that that employers should step up. I 100% agree. Actually, I think that we agree on almost all the policies you're saying. The only difference is, sir, is that there was not a huge dump of people. Okay. There was an increase in asylum seeking under the Biden administration. Okay. There was. All right. We saw an influx of immigration. All right. But this was not some Biden is just dumping a bunch of undocumented migrants in the country. It's not what happened. Okay. So I just want to be very clear on that. All right. I understand exactly what you're saying. All right. 1000%. All right. I believe that employers should have to step up. I believe that our U.S. government should step up, because it's not only just bad for America and Americans and our economy that these undocumented migrants are working under the table or, doing, any of the things that you're speaking of. I completely agree. Okay. But here's what happened. Okay. We had a large level of migration under the Biden administration. We saw a very high level of asylum seeking. Okay. Now, do I agree that maybe our asylum seeking process should be a lot more streamlined? Yes. Okay. Should we have better qualifications and more direct qualifications for what, constitutes asylum? 100%. Okay. But they came here legally. Okay. The majority did. There's always bad people, right? There's always people that sneak around. There's always bad people. There's always the undocumented migrants, right? But all of those numbers that you're being reported, like those 10 million, 20 million, those were people that were coming here trying to do things legally. Okay. And I do agree that we need better systems in order to handle those types of people. But we also, at the same point, let's not confuse the two numbers. That's all I'm saying.
No, I don't want to confuse the two numbers. I just know it's a lot of people that came over, and it's going to be hard. Just think about it. If you let me into a country, right? I'm just speaking as if I was undocumented, I'm finna be off the radar. I'm not finna be nowhere where the other was at, the other league. I'm finna go find somebody and work for them and be like, hey man, help me get my papers. I'm gonna work for you. Hey, I can stay on your property. I don't want to go to the store. You can bring my groceries to me. I'm finna do everything I can to stay out the way of immigration and anybody else, or customer, anybody that can take me back. And I feel like a lot of people has come over here, and the ones that are doing bad or did bad things, they're hanging amongst the ones that are, say, you might just work the fields. I'm over here, they're raping and robbing and doing everything else that's not right in God's eyes or the country, So I got a bunch of baggage with me, but they come looking for me. And guess what they find me? They find me with you. You just going to work. And I feel like that's what's happening in a lot of these places. They got a lot of people that were seeking to
real quick.
Stay over here. Yes, sir.
That's not what's happening. That's what Donald Trump is saying is happening, but that's not what's happening. Okay. Donald Trump is saying that he's catching the people, we're going after a certain criminal or whatever, and we're catching people that are in the way. Collateral damage, I think they called it. Right? But that's not what's happening. Okay? They are specifically targeting places where migrants that they have no like thought process of them being criminals are happening. Okay. They are targeting hardworking people. They are targeting people that are just here to work. Those are the people that he is targeting. They are not targeting some criminal and then, oh, there's some collateral damage. We just catch people in the way. That's not what's happening. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So that's not what's happening. Okay. I could understand if that's what was happening. That's not what's happening. I challenge you, and this is something and I'm gonna have to move on to the next caller because I try to keep my conversations with people about a half an hour or no more than half an hour, and I've been talking to you for a while. But I do challenge you to go look at the hospital in Ontario, California, and how they chased down and freaking choked up against a wall a landscaper who was working at the hospital. Okay. Somebody who was not doing anything other than mowing the grass.
Oh, wow.
Okay? And they had him choked up while the American citizens in the hospital watched it happen and were asking the police for their ID, the ICE agents for their ID, who would not give it to them, who would not respond to them. Okay? So this is what we're dealing with, sir. We're not dealing with criminals and all stuff. We're dealing with people who are valued parts of our communities, right? Who are working hard, right? People that and they're getting treated inhumanely for no reason. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I just feel like I feel like I don't know what was the whole deal was with the politics behind it. Of they trying to be able to get more votes, because that's what I heard. I don't know how true it is, but my deal is this, man. Don't use people in these situations to be able to try to get votes. I don't trust none of the. Let me give you before we go. I don't trust nobody in the White House or the Congress. I don't trust none of them because they all bought, paid for. They would do shit and lie and do anything else. They don't care about nothing but their pockets, man. We as Americans, we need to look out for each other. And if we got migrants that's out here trying to make a better life for them, look out for them too. But our common enemy is the government, whether it's the blue team or the red team, because all of them have been compromised. That's like one person say, I'm going to do this for the people, I'm going to do that for the people, and you get in there, you do totally opposite because you've been compromised. And that's what's happening, like, with a lot of stuff that's going on. Just like with the Epsteins and all of this here. Bill and Hillary Clinton over there, he got pictures with Trump. I don't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, us for being Americans, we need to lean on God and God first, and all these politicians and all that there, man, we can leave them be, because at the end of the day, they ain't got your best interests on mind. We seen it with the immigrants, how they being treated. We seeing how they treating us as Americans. And that's all I got, bro. It was nice speaking with you, my man.
Have a good one, brother. All right.
All right.
See, we found some common ground in there someplace. We found some common ground in there someplace. We did. We did. So, hey, it's all good. It's all good. I don't 100% agree with them, but we did find some common ground in there, and I can respect that. All right, I can respect that. Let's go through a couple super chats real quick, and then we'll move on to the next caller. I really appreciate that. Captain says he helped Kevin find the hotel lobby in Home Alone. That is only kind of true. He didn't even really help him find it in the movie. He didn't really do much. He kind of failed at that too, to be completely honest with you. But thank you for this $2 super chat. I appreciate that. Noise like, how did Democrats veer so dramatically off track, essentially handing Donald Trump a lifeline back to the White House? Answer that, smarty pants. Oh, that's actually not very difficult. The Democratic Party is horrible at messaging and is completely ignoring most of the progressive movement, and they're doing a lot of really things bad. A lot of things that are not great, to be completely honest with you. But you're right, I do agree. They essentially handed it back to Donald Trump, and that's what they did. But Democratic Party has a lot of work to do. A lot. Delissa, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Dump Truck said, I love the poorly educated. Here's MAGA brains on full display. Their inability to understand facts and reality. Please research info. Thank you so much, Delissa. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Really, truly. The biggest, keep up the good work, man. I appreciate that. Sharif, are there any news or updates on immigration tariffs? I read it and I actually forgot what that was for a second. I forgot about immigration tariffs. That was for the other day. Yeah, no updates on the immigration tariffs. They still haven't figured out how to add a 10% tax on every immigrant. They're working on it. Captain is really serious about him helping Kevin find the lobby. He is really serious about that. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. And medic veteran, it's a bigger problem that companies hire people from overseas and paying those workers less, or to the point where it's almost slave labor. A lot of Trump's products are made in Bangladesh, China, etc. Well, almost all of Trump's products are made in countries that are not the United States. Manufacturing jobs have gone down. We've seen the stats on it already. Donald Trump is not bringing manufacturing back. I don't even really think he supports bringing manufacturing back. I think those are just words he says. I don't really believe them. And that's why he has all of his stuff made in other countries, right? Because, hey, this is what you want when you want a businessman, right? That's what you get, is somebody who just cares about the bottom dollar. And that's what you get when that happens. All right. Thank you guys so much for the super chat. Megan, thank you so much for the subscription, paid subscription over on TikTok. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. D, thank you so much for the $10 over on Vimo, sending from my undocumented father-in-law who pays taxes. I'm getting an undocumented immigrant tax return. I think that's what that is. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Walter, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Said Trump did help Kevin. Nobody helped Trump. All right, fine. He helped Kevin. All right. Macaulay Culkin made it to the lobby. All right. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't know this was such a touchy subject for y'all. All right. Y'all, thank you guys so much for the support for the super chats. Again, if you like support, super chats are open. Subscriptions, thank you so much again, Megan, for the subscription. We are trying to hit a little sub goal over here. So if you'd like to help out there, pay links are in the bio along with my merch shop and all sorts of other fun stuff. I appreciate that. Let's see if we can hit this Money Guns goal today too. I'd like to hit either the Money Guns goal or the subscription goal. I don't know which one today. I'd like to hit one of them. But we're going to move on to the next caller. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Make sure if you guys are on the TikTok side, you hit that follow button. If you guys are on the YouTube side, you hit that subscription button. We do this every day but Thursday, so I really appreciate you guys, and thank you guys so much for being here. Actually, real quick before I freaking take this call. One second. All right, my bad, y'all. Now we'll open up these phone lines. On me. That's on me. My bad.
I think that is me.
Hold on. It is.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, how's it going, man?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. Late at night, just kind of enjoying the show. Yeah.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 31.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, if I can be honest with you, a lot of it comes down to my religious beliefs, because I believe that Trump was appointed personally by Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, you're not serious.
Well, no,
So I'll just move on to the next person. It's fine. I can hear you literally laughing about it as you're saying it. It's like can't even keep a good enough poker face to even try it.
I'm literally not laughing. Are you serious?
I can literally hear you. Are you serious?
All right. Well, you're being an asshole.
You're the one trying to push your religious beliefs on other people. I don't know how I'm being the asshole.
No, I'm not trying to push my religion. I just want to have a conversation.
You literally just said you voted for a presidential candidate based off your religious beliefs. That's literally what you're doing.
Yeah. And that's a problem?
Yes.
Why?
Because your religion has nothing to do with anybody else.
It certainly does for me and my political beliefs.
And you can believe whatever you fucking want, but doesn't mean you get to push them on anybody else.
Okay, well then why are you even still talking to me? Because I want to have a conversation about it. If you don't have a talk, then
I was literally talking to you, but if you want me to get rid of you, I can.
No, I
That's
really
not a problem.
don't. You said you were.
I mean, if that's what you wanted, I was literally in the middle. I was gonna kick you, then I started having a conversation with you. But if you really want me to freaking hang up on you, I can. That's fine. Hello, how are you? Hello?
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 Yeah, that's what I thought. Hello, how are you?
Hey, this is Dave the Train Guy. You want a
Dave the
late night
Train Guy.
fact?
Guys, Dave the Train Guy is here for his daily train fact. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Dave. W's in chat for Dave as he gives us our daily train fact.
All right, so the train fact today is about Great Western Railway 4079 Pendennis Castle, built in Swindon Works in the Great Britain in 1924. It's notable for being a steam locomotive to completely circumnavigate the entire globe. It was retired from British Railways in 1964, and in 1977, it was purchased by the Hemsley Iron Company of Australia. They put it on a boat from Newcastle and shipped it via the Panama Canal. Via the Suez Canal. In about 2000, they couldn't really find a home for the locomotive in Australia, so they put it on a boat, sent it back to Britain, that time via the Panama Canal, making it the only steam locomotive to truly circumnavigate the entire globe. And it is, I believe, still running.
That's actually cool as hell. That's so cool.
Yeah, let me send a photo of it, in the thing. Let me see if I can find a photo of it in Australia.
You sent a photo. You sent a photo in my Discord.
Yeah, I found a photo of it in Australia for you. They put a headlamp on it. It's a bit of a crunch photo, but it's the only one I could find right now.
You already put it in there?
Yes.
When did you put it? Yesterday?
No, like right now.
In hobbies?
And in hobbies. It's the first newest image, I believe.
All right, you guys want to see the train? I can put the train up. Let's see, hopefully. Oh my god, that picture's not.
Yeah, let me see if I can find a better one for you.
It's not really expanding, but like, let's see. Hold on, I'll put the picture up. Oh shoot, why is that?
Oh, here we go. I think I got a better image for you.
Oh, it's not. So let me pull the Discord up. Let's see. Hold on.
How many crotch photos exist of this darn thing?
Hold on. Why can't I? Why is my display capture not working?
Oh.
It's pulling up what's behind it. I don't know why it's doing that.
Weird.
Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. It's pulling up what's behind it. That's so strange. I've never seen it do that before.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
It literally just does not. Okay. It's pulling up literally everything but the picture. But if you guys are in my Discord, it's up there. I'm looking at it right now. It says Western Adventurer in the front of it. That's the one. Right? Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
That's wow. Okay. So let me see. Hold on. Let's see.
Sorry, I can't post it on the stream, but I thought
you're good. I'm trying to not video capture, window capture. Create new. Let's see. Let's see. Select a window. Let's see if I can get it to work this way real quick, so I can put it up for everybody.
All right. But another fun fact about it is the Flying Scotsman, the steam locomotive.
Won't let me do it, guys. It won't. It does not allow me to do it. That sucks.
Oh well.
Anyways, y'all join the Discord so you guys can see a picture. I've tried my butt. I'll figure out how to make this a thing later. But join the Discord. It's in there under hobbies. Dave the Train Guy posts all sorts of great pictures in there. Thank you so much for our daily train fact, though. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome, guy. Glad you got a kick out of it.
Absolutely, man. You have a good one. All right.
You have a good night. I'll see you later.
Later. W's in the chat for Dave. That was great. I can't believe I don't know why it wouldn't let me pull it up. I tried really hard. All right, phone lines are now back open. We're gonna keep that going. We do a little Dave the Train Guy every like halfway through the live. It's actually a little more than halfway through the live on this one. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
Sorry, you cut out there for a second.
No problem. How old are you?
I would prefer not to share that, but I will say I'm in high school. I just would like to share some.
I'm sorry, man. Like, if you're in high school, I'm not, and you won't tell me your age, I'm not going to do that. Sorry. Please be at least 18 or older to be up on the live. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I don't have the hobbies channel. You're probably not verified yet then. That's probably all that is. Hello.
Kamala Harris sucks, and you're a bitch.
All right. Doo-doo. Yeah, if you don't have access yet, I don't know what to tell you. That's kind of on you. God, just answer the thing. I am answering the thing. It's just a bunch of people that aren't responding. We'll get back to it. No big deal. We still got a little more time. And if nobody else wants to call in and talk, then I'll just end the line for the night and we'll just call it a day. It's not that serious to me. But phone lines are open if anybody wants to talk. Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm surprised I got through this time. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So the question is, why do I support Trump, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I support Trump, but less so than I did before. I don't know how you want to do this. You want me to give my reasons why?
Oh, sorry. This is why it's not working. Thank you so much. Sorry. What did you just say? I apologize.
Yeah, I just said that I support Trump, but less so than I did before. And yeah, do you want me to give my reasons why?
Sure, why not?
So I'm a big foreign policy guy, and I've lived outside of the country now for the last 10 years. I'm back in the United States now, but I lived in Ukraine for about 3 years. I lived in Lebanon for about 4 years. And yeah, so I've been all over. I had to leave Ukraine because of the war. I didn't like that. And I just wanted all these wars to stop. And I knew that I wasn't going to get that with Joe Biden, at least on the Ukrainian side. I kind of knew that with the Gaza situation, that was not going to change. It didn't matter who was in office. So that's primarily the reason. I just wanted to be like America first. So, but it's not happening as much as I would like it to. But I mean, yeah.
So what made you think that the person who had more drone strikes in 4 years than Obama had in 8 years, who ended 0 wars in his entire presidency, would actually create some type of peace?
Yeah, that's a fair point. I'm just judging based on what Joe Biden was doing in Ukraine and Gaza, because those wars didn't exist when Trump was in office. And
Yes,
I
they
just
did.
thought, so the war that happened in 2022, that's what I'm talking about in Ukraine.
Yeah, that war started in 2014. It never stopped.
Okay,
It
well,
just
you can say,
escalated.
but I'm talking about full on war when they invaded.
Yeah, literally, Russia was attacking the Donbass region the entire time Donald Trump was
Yeah,
in
yeah,
presidency.
yeah. I know that.
I
but
thought
that
you said
was
you lived in
contained to
Ukraine.
that.
Why am I explaining this to you?
Yeah, well, I got there in like 2020, but like what I'm trying to say is that was contained to the Donbass region. They weren't trying to bomb Kiev. They weren't sending in they weren't fighting like they were now.
Yeah, gotcha. So again, the war never stopped. There was an escalation of the war. Okay.
we can-
But if Donald Trump
Sure.
wanted to stop the war, he could have done that while he was president. He made no attempt to, nor did he make an attempt to stop any other war. All right. The only time that Donald Trump became this president of peace wasn't until Biden became president. No one ever called Donald Trump the president of peace. No one thought of him as
Yeah, I
such.
agree with that.
Nobody even mentioned the fact that he might be the president of peace or anything like that, or that he was a president of no war or like any of that. None of that rhetoric
agree with that.
started until other countries started wars once Biden was the president.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm just saying, like, if you looked at both the candidates and what they ran on, Like, I know we're not supposed to take politicians at their word, but like, if we look at what they ran on, Biden wasn't really talking about stopping the Ukrainian war. He wasn't talking about stopping anything in Gaza, and Trump was. Now, why?
Do you
should I
understand why
support him
that
less
is,
than-
though, right?
Yeah, because it's his agenda. It's America first. That's what he's trying to
No,
say.
because Biden was smart enough to understand that the United States president doesn't have some crazy power in order to stop the war in Ukraine or to stop the war in Gaza.
Well,
where,
what I'm saying-
where
well,
Trump didn't
yeah.
have that understanding. He doesn't have that knowledge base. He doesn't have that intellect when it comes to foreign policy to even understand what he could and could not do. That's why, and I truly believe what I'm saying here, and this is why. If you actually look at Donald Trump and what he says about Ukraine, about Russia and all sorts of stuff, he's genuinely surprised that he didn't
I know
just
he
come
is.
into office
I know he is.
and Putin
I know he is.
Putin didn't just
Yeah, I
bend to
agree
his
with
will.
that.
But no, he's genuinely surprised. But that's because real quick, hold on sorry, I have to mention something real quick. Y'all, there are over 1,000 people in YouTube. There's like 500 likes. Please go up, hit my face, hit that like button. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. He's genuinely surprised because he's not smart enough on foreign policy to realize that he can't just have his way when it comes to foreign policy.
Well, I'm not. So, what would because I don't want to fund the war. I don't think Ukraine's going to win that war. I've had a lot of friends that have actually died in that war. I don't want us to keep funding that war. I think Russia's going to take what they're going to take eventually. What would your strategy be to go ahead and end that? Because I don't want to send funding over there anymore. I want it to stop. And
yeah, well, the only other option
up with some
besides
kind of
sending
peace agreement.
funding is sending our military.
So you want to hold that no matter what. You would want to keep that war going because it's just like,
No, it's not a matter of do I want to keep the war going? That's bad phrasing. It's disingenuous phrasing, to be
How would
completely
you
honest
phrase
with
it?
you. I want
How would you
Ukraine
phrase
to be able to hold their sovereignty. You, for some reason, think that for some reason, like if we stopped funding Ukraine, that the war ends, and that's not correct. The European Union has already said on multiple occasions that they would continue the funding of Ukraine regardless of whether the United States dropped out or not, and that they would attempt to make up whatever funding they could that the United States dropped if the United States stopped funding. So the United States stopping funding for Ukraine doesn't end the war. What it does create is more death. Right? It on the Ukrainian side, at least, it creates more death because now they're less likely to be able to defend themselves.
Don't you think the U.S. has the power to influence the European Union?
Not on this.
I think so, but I mean,
how would we
should be
do
able to
that?
defend
Completely break all of our diplomatic ties with the European Union? Like, what are we going to do? Sanction the European Union if they support Ukraine? We're not going to do that. That would destroy the American economy.
I don't even think we have to go that far.
Then what do we have to do?
I think when Trump, like, it's the same thing when Trump threatened to pull out of NATO. It's the same thing. Like,
no, it's not. It's not even close to the same thing.
Okay, well, I guess we're at just.
I'm sorry. Donald Trump threatened to pull out of NATO, and then what happened? Because he had asked them to make sure that everyone's paying their fair share before he threatened to pull out of NATO. That didn't change anything, and now he's saying that they need to pay like 5%, which again, a lot of the countries in Europe aren't even agreeing to do, and he knows that. That's specifically why he set the finance check date for after he left his presidency, because he knows they're not going to pay. Okay, but when it comes to the European Union supporting Ukraine, the European Union has a whole lot at stake if freaking Ukraine falls. So I don't think there's anything that we could do.
And I don't want to say that, but it's going to fall.
Sir, you can say that, but everyone said it was going to fall after 2 weeks, and then it was going to fall within 6 months, and now we're 3 years into it, and it still hasn't fallen. So will it fall? Maybe. I'm not saying that it won't fall. Okay, I'm not saying I have a crystal ball and say like I know that it will or will not fall. Okay, but thinking that we have this type of influence over the EU, which again we're not even a part of, to be able to influence them on whether they freaking protect themselves by funding Ukraine is ludicrous.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I just don't think we shouldn't fund that. So that's one reason, and then the other reason is that I actually I don't consider myself a Republican. I didn't vote. You said support. I didn't vote for Trump because of the Gaza issue. I would never put my money behind anyone who takes anyone from AIPAC. But also the Democratic Party won't let anyone that really would make a change in. Like, I would like a Bernie Sanders to have a chance. They X'd him out. They didn't let him run. They blackballed him. Now he's too old. With his socialist policies, let's call it, I'm interested in seeing how they would work if it's not going to raise my taxes to the roof like how it was when I was living in Germany. I don't want to make $5,000 and then get taxed 38% on that. Like, if we can make that work somehow, I'm cool with it. I would be willing to give it a try, but the Democrats won't let anybody in.
Yeah, there's
I would actually
multiple problems
vote
with the Democratic
Democrat.
Party. If you think I'm up here defending the Democratic Party, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I'm not
I
a
didn't know your
Democrat.
view. And I don't. Okay, I didn't know your view on that. So, what do you think we should do about that then?
What
Like,
do I think I should do
because
about the Democratic
because, like,
Party?
would you?
I think the
would you-
Democratic Party is
Go
doing
ahead.
it to themselves. Okay, y'all.
Yeah.
By the way, in order for me to hit my goal on super chats today, if I get to like $25 more, I'll hit it. So if you guys would like to help support, I really appreciate that. Democratic Party is already doing it. Okay, and they're
So
doing
would you
it.
support Kamala Harris then? Would you support Kamala Harris?
I'd
then?
support the real Kamala Harris, not whatever the Democratic Party made out of her in her last election.
Okay, what was that before?
What was she
I don't
before?
want, like,
Before,
like
when
the-
she first
like
ran for
the-
president in 2020, she was a progressive, and then by the time she freaking ran in 2024 as this freaking little like pickup whatever, then she completely
Yeah,
was muted.
exactly.
They
She didn't even
again
sound like a human.
they made her what they wanted to make of her, not who she actually was. I would support the
Yeah.
real Kamala Harris. I don't think I would support whatever is going on right now.
But we're not
to
talking
be
about the
completely
Kamala,
honest with
the
you,
Kamala Harris that was incriminating, like people for weed and stuff. And I don't really know too much about her background other than she was like the DA of California or something like that. And she was like prior to her being the vice president, she was like the DA, and then she was like really strict on crime. She put a lot of black people in jail. I'm black myself. So I don't know. It just
she
didn't sit
put
right
a
with me.
lot of
And
black
I know
people
that's
in jail.
I know
It's
that's
just
rich coming
bullshit.
from someone who's supporting.
No, it's just bullshit.
Okay.
I mean, she
Well,
did
I could
put
be
black
wrong on
people
that.
in jail, but she also put white people in jail. There's no
Okay,
data
okay,
showing
that's
that there's
fair,
a
that's fair, that's fair.
disproportionality in
That's
between
fair, that's
black
fair,
and white
that's
people.
Fair, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah. So all I'm just trying to say is that why I support. I didn't vote, but why I support is because I just wanted. I was mad at the Democratic Party, and I wanted to change. I don't agree with that Christian nationalism bullshit. I don't agree with what Marjorie Taylor Greene did with putting the Burke on the Statue of Liberty when Zoran Mondani looks like he's going to win the mayor race in New York City. I don't support any of that bullshit. I'm anti-war. I want to be, and you're not a complete isolationist. I don't think you want war, but at the same time, you just said you're willing to give military action. I don't want any of that.
No.
If Trump
Hold
actually,
on, but
Yeah.
again, sir, you're misphrasing that. I don't want war.
I didn't say that. I said you don't want war. Like,
Right, but
you said
you're
that
just
you're willing to put the military in.
no.
I'm
I didn't say
sorry for
I was willing to put the
mischaracterizing.
military in. You said what's the other option, and I told you putting the military in
Okay,
is the
okay.
other option. I don't want that option.
Right.
The option that I want is for us to fund them well enough to fight on their own. Right, that's the
And
option that I want.
And I don't
but,
want.
But
and
sir,
I don't want to stop
again,
putting. So, sorry. Go
this
ahead.
is not a difference of do I want war or do I not want war. This is not a you have war versus I have war. Like, this is not what's going on here, right? This is you for some reason think that we would end the war if the United States stopped funding them, and that's just simply not true. And I understand the war doesn't end if the U.S. stops funding it. That
I
that
just
more
think
people in
that- go
Ukraine die if we stop funding it.
Yeah. So, like, okay, let me phrase it this way. In a perfect world, if the EU, let's say the EU stopped giving, was not going to give money to Ukraine, and we stopped giving money to Ukraine, and Russia took and we cut a deal where Russia took what Russia took, and then the war ended, would you be in support of that?
No. Because that's not what
you wanna
Ukraine
keep
wants.
so do you want to keep on fighting until?
No, I
there's
want
nobody
Ukraine.
left?
If Ukraine agreed to that, if
I
Ukraine,
do too.
If
I
Ukraine,
do
if
too, but it's
Ukraine
just
is like, hey, I'm willing to give up half my freaking sovereign territory in order to end this war, then fucking whatever Ukraine wants. But they're a sovereign country who was invaded and who is our ally. I support our country. I support our allied country who is a sovereign country, and I support them as long as they want to go.
Yeah. Well, I just think I just think there's a big difference between what the government wants and what the people want. I just think at the beginning people were wanting that, but then, there's a lot of people that have died. So
well, there's a lot of difference between what the people want and
man.
what people understand and what experts understand too, right? And I would
Well, yeah,
hope,
but
and I would
what-
hope that our government is, educated by the smartest people that have to do, understand these regions, understand these wars, people that study, international conflicts like this, and especially international conflicts in this region, right? I would hope that the people that are informing our government, which I know they're not in the Trump administration, they were in the Biden administration, well, at least, to a certain point. I would hope that they're, educated by the smartest people that exist, right?
It's insane.
People, and I'm talking about the average U.S. citizen, doesn't know shit about what's going on over there. Right, outside of what they're told on the news or what rhetoric they're regurgitating, right? The average person. So what people think is not really important to me. Okay, and I mean
not people here. I'm talking about people over there, not people in Ukraine. Not talking about people in the U.S. Talking about people in Ukraine.
Well, there's a ton of people, I'm sure, in Ukraine that support fighting the war continually, and I'm sure there's a ton of people that don't.
Half, but it's half. But what I'm saying is, I don't think we should have been involved in Ukraine in the first place. I think Zelensky was a plant by the U.S. government.
Oh, stop
whoever they had
with
before.
the bullshit.
Dude, no one liked Zelensky over there. Nobody. You couldn't find a person.
Then how did he win an election?
It's insane.
It's corrupt.
Yeah, that's bullshit, dude. I'm sorry.
Hey, you can't find a single person in Ukraine that liked Zelensky before the war. Now they love him. But
well, if
before,
they love him now, then
person.
whatever.
But what I'm trying to, so I don't know. I think what happened was whoever was before, Yanukovych, whatever his name was, he was playing both sides and he was kind of friendly with Russia and some Ukrainians.
Sir, I'm really not here to hear your conspiracy theories on what happened in Ukraine.
Okay. Well,
because it's not my job to listen to this bullshit. Okay, just truly, all right. It is our job as the United States to support the country of Ukraine as our ally against the invader who is their enemy and our enemy. Okay, and when it's costing us almost nothing out of the U.S. budget, there is literally no downside, okay? Again, stopping funding does not stop the war, okay? So your whole thing we should stop funding them because we don't want war. No, what that creates is more Ukrainian deaths. Whether that's people that support Zelensky or not, or support the war or not, it creates more of their deaths by stopping the funding, okay?
I don't think so.
I'm not asking your opinion because we already saw the stopping of funding or the pause of funding by the United States. And what you saw was an increase in Ukrainian casualties specifically.
Yeah, an increase. But they kept on fighting. They had to surrender.
Because people aren't going to stop fighting for their country, okay, because somebody stops funding them.
You're going to have to.
Because guess what? Here, I'll tell you this, okay? I can't stand the Trump administration, okay? Can't stand it, okay? But if China or Russia or whoever freaking try to invade our shores, you'd be damn right I'd fight for our country. And I don't have to have any love for the president in order to love my country enough to make sure I fight until either every single fucking invader is out of this fucking country or I'm fucking dead. Okay? Before I let that fucking happen.
I'd say the same thing about Biden.
No, sure, fine. You can say about whatever president you want. Okay? I'm telling you that about Zelensky, and I don't care if people like him or don't like him or want the war to end or want the don't want. I don't care about any of that shit. There are people in Ukraine right now that are fighting for their country. Okay, they are fighting for the sovereignty of their country, for the land of their country. Okay, regardless of who is in charge of the government or any of that stuff, right? That's what they're fighting for, and those people aren't going to stop fighting because of some funding happening in some foreign country.
So let them fight for their country, and then let us go about our business.
We are going about our business. If we weren't going about our business, then we'd have the military.
We're getting involved,
sir. So what?
So what?
I thought you wanted the war to end.
I don't want to be involved in any war.
Oh, so now it's not that you want the war
war
to end. Now, okay, now we have your true
I
intentions.
do want the
No,
war.
now
I
we
do
have
want
your
the
true.
war to
No,
end, but
now
I don't
we
want to
have
be
your
involved
true
either
fucking
way.
intentions. So now we have your true fucking intentions. Now we're actually there. Okay,
You don't know
so
my
you don't
true
give
intentions.
a fuck how many people die in Ukraine in this fucking war and
how
how
can
long
you-
this
how-
fucking
how
war
can
keeps
you-
on.
how can you
All
say
you
that?
give a shit
How can
about.
you say
All
that
you
when
give a shit
I've
about.
lived there,
All
you
you
haven't
give a
lived
shit. I
there.
don't give
I know
a
people
fuck
that have died.
if you
You don't
lived
know
in
people that have
Zelensky's
died.
fucking ass. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Okay?
I know, because you don't know anything
Because
about
you just
Ukraine.
said right there that you don't give a flying fuck how many people die in that fucking war.
No,
as long
because
as the
I know
U.S.
once we
involvement,
pull out, that
as long
war
as
is
the
gonna
U.S.
have to end. They're gonna
involvement,
have to
as
cut a
long as the
deal.
U.S.
The
involvement
European Union
stops.
is not gonna be able
If
to
you
fund that,
actually
dude.
lived there, you would have cared about those people there.
Yeah,
You don't
I
give
did
a
live
fuck
there. I
about
lived
those
in
people.
Petropavlovsk-Tverskaya, right outside Kiev.
Yeah, sir, I don't give a shit. If you live
Yeah,
there, I'm glad.
yeah,
I'm
I
glad
did.
they
And
kicked
then
you
I
out.
left in the war in February.
Then I'm glad
I
they
went to
kicked you
Lviv. I
out.
took,
Then I'm glad they kicked you
Okay.
out. Yeah.
Okay, you're wrong. Sorry, you rage quit.
I'm wrong. What?
Yeah, you
Then
rage
I'm glad
quit.
they
Go
kicked
ahead
you out.
and rage
Obviously,
quit.
they did.
Rage quit, buddy. Rage quit.
Rage quit. I'm still
Rage
talking to
quit.
you,
Yeah,
ding
go
dong.
ahead,
But I
rage
mean, if you
quit.
really, sir, do you want me to kick
No,
you because you're getting
I'm
your
about to
ass
kick you
whooped
off the
so
call.
bad?
You said I'm about to. You said I'm about
Are
to
you
kick you off-
getting
kick you
whooped
off the call.
so
Kick me off
bad
the
you're
call.
actually begging me to kick you off this live?
You just said to end the
Wow.
conversation. You just said to
Wow.
kick. You just said
Wow.
that you
This
wanted
dude
me to
is
get off the
this
call.
dude is
If you want to keep
so
on talking,
sad.
we can keep on talking.
Sir, I said get out of Ukraine, you ding dong. If you actually would stop talking long enough to listen to what anybody else is fucking saying,
You've talked
you'd hear what I
90% of the
actually
time,
fucking
dude.
said. But no one said
You've
anything
talked
about
90% of the
Sir,
time, dude.
sir, see how you're still talking while I'm talking?
Go ahead.
Okay. You need to learn to be quiet. All right? Because if you had
Bad
actually
woman.
heard what I said you deserve to get kicked out of Ukraine. I didn't say anything about kicking you off the call. But I do have this really cool rule. You want to hear it?
Go
If you
ahead.
say that I'm running, I automatically hang up on you. Go fuck yourself,
Oh,
okay?
okay, that's good.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you should try listening instead of just running your mouth. Okay? I'm glad Ukraine kicked you out. You weren't worth their land. You weren't worth being there. Guest did the same thing on Johnny's live. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. that tracks. That tracks. Hey, Carlos, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Medic veteran, most politically, religiously motivated terrorist violent crimes are and have been committed by far-right extremists that identify as Christians all throughout history. If that's not the most fucking truth I've fucking ever heard, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. Medic veteran, thank you so much for the super chat. $10 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. I might leave that one up for a bit. Ogden, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. Enjoy your live again, bro. Keep coming. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Sharif, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, I hope this makes you reach your goal. Keep up the excellent work. I enjoy your discussions. Have a good night. Thank you so much, Sharif. Thank you guys so much for helping me hit my goal. Like I said, I'm really oh, sorry, one more. And Kolila. Oh, I'm sorry. I probably mispronounced the hell of that. Kolila. From release the Epstein files to protect the PDF files. Great job, America. 100%. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the super chats. I'm going to take one more caller. Just keep this going. I'm really, normally I wouldn't even mention the super chats or anything like that, but I am going on surgery on Thursday. So I'm really trying to, be able to actually be out for a few days. Because I'm trying to take my time coming back. That's the only reason I'm freaking being a little beggy right now. I'm trying to make enough so I can take some time after my surgery. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up over here. So, anyways, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. That's all. I'm just trying to make it where I can take some more recoup time. Oh my goodness. Over here. I have surgery on Thursday. Trust me, y'all don't want to hear about it. Okay. Trust me, y'all don't want to hear about it. It's not fun for anybody, but I have surgery on Thursday, so I'm trying to at least take through the weekend off. I know I'll be gone Thursday, Friday. I know I'll be gone Thursday, Friday. I'll probably be gone Saturday. I might get back Sunday. We'll just see how everything runs. So we'll see what's up. But yeah. Hello, how are you today? Goodbye. So yeah. Really appreciate all the support. Really, I will be back on tomorrow. I don't know what time or how late because it just depends on what time my surgery is. It's very annoying that I won't find out the time of my surgery until tomorrow. I hate how they do that. So stupid. So stupid how they do that. Ice Blue, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I don't care who the president is. I will fight for this country I live in is a good point. History shows evidence of this. In other words, I will fight for our livelihood. 100% Ice Blue. I am with you 1,000%. Thank you so much for that $20 super chat. I really appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Is this Boy Politics?
It is. How are you today?
Oh, I'm just fine. You?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
Oh, sir, I'm 18. Wait, I'm sorry, 19. Forgot.
All right.
Yeah,
Do you support
yes, sir,
Trump?
I'm 19. Well, mixed about it right now, but I've supported him for a long time, so yes, sir.
All right. Well, why do you support Trump?
Well, if I'm welcome to, I like to say some things I like that he has done when he got into office, if I may.
All right. Well, how about we start with one and go from there?
Sure. All right. So one of the things that I enjoyed him signing was how he closed the border, and there was a lot of crime that happened between 4 years. I'm not saying that everyone's a criminal. Of course, there are obviously some families who wanted a better life, but with the border being closed, and of course, along with the criminals that were also deported, which I've seen pictures of, which were unsettling a bit, I've enjoyed that little, closure of his.
Yeah, the
saying
crime
that
rate
word
was
right.
down. The border was never open, so I don't know what you're talking about. There was no policy of close the border.
Well, from what I remember, the border was open during Biden's presidency.
Nope.
It was not open. No one could just walk in there.
Correct. It was not open. Could not do that.
Well, again, I'm just saying based on what I've seen. I was seeing immigrant. It was on the internet, of course, of immigrants on the sidewalks, New York transfers here and there. I'm sure there was some open border or something causing these immigrants to come in from a foreign country.
Sir, the immigrants were coming from other countries. Most of them were legal. We did have some part of undocumented migration. The crime rates were actually down under the Biden administration, so they weren't causing crime. Undocumented migrants commit crime at a rate violent crime at a rate 30 times less than American citizens.
All right.
Yeah. But hey, man, you sound like a nice young man. I really think that you're better off just sitting in the chat and just listening, because I think that you'll do better. So hit that like,
May I
hit that
just say
subscribe button.
something positive for you, sir?
Sure.
Please.
Go ahead, dude.
All right. I just want to say thank you for this opportunity of discussion. It's hard not to just talk about politics anywhere without getting hit with a brick to the head. And speaking with you, being polite and civilized, it's hard to come across that. And I'm sorry you got to get calls of just say, hey, fuck you for fucking supporting Kamala or whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about. And I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. And I'm sorry for those people who just want to call you and just screw around with you. So, yeah.
I do appreciate that, man. I hope you do have a wonderful night, and I appreciate the compliment. All
You
right.
have a wonderful night now, Paulie.
All right.
Thank
You too, man. Bye-bye. All right. I think we're going to end the live with that one. I think that was nice. sweet kid. I make sure whoever you were here, please hit a follow button or subscribe button depending on where you're watching me at. We do this every day, and it would be very helpful for you to, I think, sit around and listen. I think you'd learn a lot. You might not even agree with me, but you'll learn a lot. I'll tell you that much. All right. Before we leave, everybody, please, huge W's in the chat. Tara, thank you so much for the huge $100 Venmo. I really, really appreciate that. You know I'm there, buddy. Take all the time off you need. Wishing you the best on Thursday. Love you. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate that. And W's in the chat for Kelly also. Oh my God. Kelly, thank you so much for the $100 Venmo. I'm selfish and believe no days off. You will be missed. Best of luck with your surgery. Thank you for all you do. Huge W's in the chat for Tara and Kelly. You guys have no idea how much that means to me. Like truly, truly, truly how much that means to me. I'll tell you guys what, I've been very, very nervous about my surgery on Thursday, and I've been kind of like off kilter the last few days, and Ari's had to deal with me. And I really appreciate the support because yeah, things are, surgery makes me very nervous, and it's just really scary, and I've had a friend of mine not wake up, and it just affects me, and I'm really nervous, and I love doing this. I love this community. I love being part of all of this. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm going to try to stay out. I know Ari's trying to keep me out at least through the weekend, and I'm going to do my best. And but I will still see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the support. Like Kelly, Tara, and literally everybody else who donated to the live and all those sort of stuff. I really appreciate all of you guys. Like this really means a lot to me, and I'm just trying to, just trying to get through the weekend. Okay. Just trying to get through the weekend. So thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it. Like I'm not sorry. I just really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. I'm getting a little emotional over here. I'm sorry. I just, All right. Yeah. So I will most likely be on tomorrow. I don't know when. It just depends on when my surgery is going to be on Thursday. I won't find out till tomorrow. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, at least for an hour or two. Thank you guys so much for the support. It really does mean a fuck ton to me. So I really appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Ari's requesting that I raid Matt. And so yeah, we're gonna raid Matt. So if you guys know who Matt is, make sure you guys head over to his live. It's Politics with Matt, I believe, is his name on TikTok. I don't know if he's on YouTube or not, but on TikTok, he's Politics with Matt. So make sure you guys go raid him. Go check him out. It's Politics with Matt 2. So go check him out. Matt's a really fun debater. He's a great guy too. Big support. So love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.